So. Oh no. One second, I messed up on the YouTube stream. It's working. Yeah, it seems to be working. Maru looked impressive. Please no spoilers, I actually don't know anything about today's games. Don't spoiler, man. Okay, it's working. Like, the reason I do this is pretty simple. So I didn't watch any games because I wanted to watch those games on stream. But I mean, it has always worked that people are not gonna come to the stream and spoil, so it should work out. If not, then it's always easy to ban people. Like, it doesn't matter if I get spoiled, I guess. Okay, let's start. Let's start. Maybe I should get rid of the recast in the title, though. Because that might tempt people to spoil. Like, normally I like to clarify that this is not live. But like, the thing is, I do this. So like, I do this replay cast. Pretty simple. Why do I do it like this? Because I didn't watch the games myself. And because it's like different time zone. So I think streaming in the evening is quite nice. So I prefer like streaming these games later on. And I assume many people want to see that as well. Oh, the clean feed is kind of not looking good. We don't have much sound right now either. Let's quickly see. Okay, yeah, it's working. Perfect. Just some setup issues, I guess. Okay, there we go. Let's have a look at this. So yeah, now we can watch these games basically at a later time where there's more people from America also tuning in, I guess. That makes it like nice, you know. I didn't watch any games. And we have sound because there was a clean feed provided from Rex. So we have some sound. What got vetoed by Maru? We can have a quick look at that, yeah. Just quickly rewind so here you can see it. Can have a quick look at that. So Reynor vetoed Tourmaline and White Rabbit. That's what he did last time. And Maru, Taito, and wait, what did he veto? Taito and I would assume Celestial. Because there's Old Republic. So I guess he vetoed Celestial. 10k. Okay, Reynor vetoed 10k. Good turtle map. Mothership, actually. Okay. So Maru did not veto Celestial. Okay, let's get started now. Fully. There we go. Ooh, CC first. That's the first thing we see. CC first opening always fun to see, I feel like. You know, when Maru goes up against Reynor, he tends to play really greedy. And I've seen so many games where Maru does like, where Reynor does a one-base roach all-in against him. I'm a little bit surprised to just see like a CC first like that. I believe that there's a high chance that Reynor might even like 12 pull in this sort of game. So that to me is kind of crazy that Maru's like still just going CC first against like Reynor so often. Even though technically he's already done like a lot of cheesy stuff against him. But then again, cheesy stuff as a Zerg is like really, really difficult to pull off. So it doesn't really matter too much, I guess. Like the likelihood of like a 12 pull, like a 12 pull can also like insta lose you the game. So it's a very risky choice. But he's done that and he's literally beat Maru, I think, with like a build order like that. Now the Reaper here is nice to kill the Zerglings. And this looks like a standard opening actually. Just Reaper into Hellion Banshee so far. And Reynor is gonna get the scout, so we're gonna find out what it is. See the third command center. The Zerglings are definitely annoying. Not the biggest problem though, because Zergling speed is not done. We're gonna end up killing the Zerglings, and I'm gonna kill 2 lings, like 4 lings in total. So not a bad start for Maru. I think he's fine with that. You don't really care too much about that lost mining time. It's he didn't lose anything. Killed 4 Zerglings already. Reynor needs to remake those Zerglings. We can't just play without Zerglings because it's gonna be Hellions. So these Zerglings are not free. Like they're like actually value. Like now 35 drones, and I imagine after maybe a few more drones he's gonna reproduce those Zerglings. Let's see how greedy we're going to be. And let's also see what Maru has planned, because we see 2 gases being taken extremely fast. Is he taking a book out of my page? The mech gameplay here? So far it definitely looks like it. We're gonna see some mech maybe. Please only English and or German in the chat, I guess. It's a little bit annoying if there's people coming speaking Spanish or Russian or whatever. You're just making the chat a worse experience for everybody. This certainly looks like mech. He's not producing any more Marines. He's just waiting for this Overlord to go down. A page out of my book, yeah. Double armory. This is not my mech build for sure. So what my mech build would definitely be triple factory before armory. Speed Banshee is like normal. So this is not Gabe inspired, unfortunately. I can't call this Gabe inspired. This is just a regular like mech build. We've seen this a lot of times, like even Maru or like Cure do. This is more like Cure inspired, I guess. Cure I've seen do that a lot. Why are there no drones? What happened? There's no drones over there. Huh? What happened? Where are the drones? Wait. We need to recheck this. What just happened? Okay, so the Banshee flew in and it had Cloak and Reynor didn't have a Spore ready? Wait, no. So the Spore was not... Okay, the Spore was just missed time. The Spore was halfway done and he just pulled every single drone away. Well, I guess that's fine. That's the same as like losing a couple drones, I guess, so it doesn't really matter. It's a nice thing when you watch like the clean feed here, we can rewind the game and see if we miss some crucial points. Not mining there is definitely a little bit annoying, but also like not that troublesome considering that he did it because he was gonna lose some drones. And oh, look at that, 4th base. So this is definitely like Maru inspired. This is a typical Maru play. Not very likely, like I don't I don't think you can really predict what Maru does here. What he does is actually very unpredictable. It's just that he has a huge like variety in builds and playstyles. And we can really see that here. Like, there has been a time where Maru went turtle mech like every single game. There has been a time like that. It just hasn't happened for a while. He's also done 8-Rex. There was a time Maru would 8-Rex many games. There was a time Maru would just go turtle bio. Maru also did like some standard like double barracks Reaper build or triple CC Banshee builds. So Maru, like, he has a very like wide range of builds, like very typical Maru builds. This is very typical, but because it's like so many, it's like so unpredictable. It's actually really nice to see how he's mixing it up here. Because I think the turtle mech is quite good. Like, I think the way that Clem plays is really good. Because he's just better than his opponent and he just outplays the Zerg mechanically. Like, that's number one in my opinion. Like, if you're the better player and you play bio, you win. It's kind of how it goes. But bio is extremely hard. Like, if I play against a top Zerg, like, sometimes I have, like, mech games that are so easy. I also have mech games against lower Zergs that don't go so easy. Point is that turtle mech, I think, is very valid. It's, I think it's completely viable. Like, if you play this proper late game style, I think this is awesome. And he plays this so casually, so greedy, with like a lot of confidence. And Reynor is not able to punish it. Perfect on like Old Republic as well, I imagine. This sort of like playstyle, it seems perfect on Old Republic. Good Banshee harassment as well. He's actually finding some value. But mainly the macro here from Maru is going so well. BC build? I don't like BC builds because BCs don't transition into the late game very well. I'm not a fan of Battle Cruiser. They're just too expensive. Like, Banshees are better. Like, you just build like 4 Banshees. It's roaches, so you want to have the Banshees in case it's like Nidus. But it's like a non-committal play, basically. I don't really like BCs because you kind of get stuck on them and they're wasted supply in the late game. Whereas Banshees are cheaper and like you can be more spontaneous as well. BC mech is not really a thing anymore, no. It's just BCs are just not very good. Like, Banshees can do the same but like cheaper, basically. They're also more mobile than BCs. Like, BCs can teleport away, but at the same time they can also get fungled and locked down pretty easily. And they're quite slow. Like, look at the Banshees go here. Like, they're so mobile compared to BCs. BCs were like good when like Cyclones were also better. But I think it's kind of like an outdated way of playing these. Like, BCs, actually there's another very simple explanation. It's just too greedy. Like, going triple CC BCs is incredibly greedy. You die against like every Roach Nidus play or whatever. You die against them just sending some roaches across the map to pressure you. It's just way too greedy. And we see Maru just go for like a 2-2 mech tank Thor push, actually. A lot of Thors here. It's like the most like standard mech play. Cure likes to play like this from time to time. I haven't seen it in a while. But yeah, very strong play here. Pushing through the center on a map like this seems very good. Especially because Vipers cannot abduct tanks. This just feels very good. Like, I'm liking what Maru does here. I'm just questioning this timing in particular because he hit before upgrades are done. I think the trade, as we can see here, it's like not actually that bad. This trade was actually not terrible. But imagine if he waited for a couple more Thors for better upgrades. Like, this was a little bit of an anti-timing. Just looking at the numbers. Like, Maru seems very confident, actually. He seems very confident right now. We see him expanding. We see him just getting more Thors, tanks, and Vikings. So, a little bit expecting the Brute Lord transition, arguably. There is no Brute Lord transition. It's usually hard with mech to think about that, like, to counter it, like, at the right time. But, like, his macro is still untouched. It's going incredibly well. Look at this production as well. He has so many starports as well. Very flexible in the production. No ghost, by the way, no ghost. with this setup, because he went triple starpot, it looks like a Thor Liberator late game comp. It doesn't look like we're gonna build Ghost. Like, even just one barracks making Ghost right now is kind of like not a thing. It's actually still sort of expensive, and I don't think the Ghost actually do that much. Like, what are the Ghosts gonna do here? Really, not much, I feel like. We see a little bit of like pressure going on here. The mech mobility kind of sucks, but Maru's handling everything very fine. Hi everyone, hello. Is the stream on YouTube working properly? By the way, I had some start problems because I misclicked. It seems like it's working. Yeah, very good game so far from Maru. Like, he's playing very clean here. This sort of mech style makes it so, like, mech is just easier to play. Playing a clean mech game like this is just easier. I'm not sure how his bio would have gone on a large map like this as well, keep in mind. This map is incredibly large, so bio is like pretty tough on this map. But like this mech play looks very strong so far, just very clean. He hasn't lost the Banshees yet. He did like a weird push there, but yeah, I'm not sure about that push. That was just weird. Besides that, like everything is just kind of going flawlessly. But it kind of goes in both directions. Like, so far there's a very high level game just in general. It feels like neither of them are really making any crucial mistakes. They're just playing pretty much as good as you can. Like, it's like definitely a top 5 game, you know, or like top 5 players playing here against each other. You can definitely tell. Like, if these players were like barcodes, you could definitely tell that this is a high tier match. Reaction times are fast. The playstyle is a little bit weird with like all those doors. Honestly, it's a little weird. Infestus could come in clutch. Who's usually the better player? I think Maru and like Reynor are very evenly matched in terms of skill. Like, to me, Cyril and Clem are like number 1. But like Reynor and Maru are like pretty close behind that, so I don't like, to me there's a very clear defined like top 5 in the world basically. Depending on like classics condition as well, I guess. But like Hero for sure, Maru, Clem, Reynor and Cyril are for me like the top 5. And then there's a couple players like in the top 8 that are similar, like Cure, like Solar, like Classic. Then there's like another bunch of like very high level players, like for example Bjan, let's say. He's a good example. Like the people that are like top 10 in the world. Then there's like people that are top 15, like let's say like Showtime, for example. I would put myself, for instance, at like top 20. Like, I think in StarCraft it's like very defined who's like in what like skill category. But I wouldn't say that, like, if you ask me like who's better, Reynor or Maru, I just can't give you like a proper answer. Considering that the last EWCs were won by Clem and Cyril, I think they are number 1. And also considering that Hero has won like every single tournament besides this one, also means that like Hero is kind of number 1 as well at the moment. Both Reynor and Maru just haven't performed like that well. They've gotten a bunch of like second places or semifinals, but like Hero won tournaments, and I mean Cyril and Clem have been like world champion. Like, in my eyes, you can't really argue with like the world champion if it's like somewhat recent, basically. Like, these tournaments here are like similar in skill. Like, this is like a tournament that is actually like really defensive game. Like, they're both just testing the water, not really committing. I haven't said anything about this game, really. But like this tournament, right, it's like a world championship technically as well. Like, you can say, oh, this is like the same level as a world championship. It's just that in the world championship that there's like way more preparation. and way more pressure. Like in this tournament, there's like 0 pressure. Like these guys are like 0 nervous. There's no way they're like under like a lot of pressure here. Like of course, like there's always some pressure because you want to win, but it's like nothing compared to like an actual like big offline event. And considering how Maru has struggled in these events, that's why I would say that Clements are number 1. Yeah, I think I answered that question pretty in-depthly. So now he's actually going into Ghost. So this is going to be a Ghost late game. Interesting. So this game like kind of turned a little crazy. Like Maru's macro is still going strong. He's just mass expanding, and it seems like we're going back into turtling. Clem the one because he won the big gate cup. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you can also argue, like, matchup wise. Like, Clem's TVZ, I think, is, like, definitely, like, S tier. Like, most tournaments that Clem has won are because he didn't get a Protoss in his bracket. Every tournament in which Clem has played against a Toss or Maru, he's kind of fallen. Or like a Toss that is high level, like especially Hero and Classic. This is a very good fight, man. All the Thors are getting surrounded and Pearls of Bile. Bro, that was awful. That was so freaking bad. Oh my god. He got completely wiped there. Completely. That was actually like an incredible trade for Reynor. The thing is, like, it's still a turtle game and we can recover from this because, like, Maru lost like half his army, but the other half is like still there. And even if he loses this base, does it really matter? He's still rich. It's like obviously going in a good direction for Reynor. But it still feels like Maru has like infinite money. Like he's on like 10 orbitals. Oh, losing that base. I mean, these are definitely like the right plays, yeah. This game is starting to look really good for Reynor now. He brought Maru down to 4 base now. Probably couldn't. Yeah, that's why I mean, like, playing in like the big like world championship tournaments like IM Katowice, BlizzCon, or EWC. Like these were the world championships, right? Like these tournaments are like what truly matters, and like you cannot currently like call yourself like the best player in the world if you've never like won that tournament, at least recently. So like last year Maru lost in the quarterfinals. The year before, he lost also in the quarterfinals, I believe. I think he got like 6th place. He lost to Cure, who got 5th place. And then in 2023, he got to the finals, which is very good. But like 2023 is like already like quite far away. So I wouldn't even like count the 2023 results anymore. They're like not recent enough. They're 3 years ago. So to me, the results that matter the most is EWC last year. And then also EWC the year before still. When is BlizzCon? This year? I think it's actually in October. Okay, so Maru like is just trying to survive now. Like it went from being a very comfortable game. Like, this game looks so casual, like Maru would just make mass commands and does everything he wants. And somehow Reynor, like, was able to start breaking him. And now we are at the Ghost transition, so it's not a Thor Liberator as I thought. It's gonna be, like, a proper, like, Ghost game. Ghost mech is, like, the best composition in the game. Like, what Maru currently has is for sure the best stuff you can get in the game. Ghost, Thors, Hellbats, and like tanks. This is like untouchable basically. This is like peak Terran composition. Liberators as well, of course. So like the bio is like good as well, but like Hellbats are actually really good against Zerg. Hellbats counter Broodlings, and Hellbats counter the Banelings, or the Zerglings, and they can tank the Banelings as well, somewhat decent. So like Hellbats are actually a good mineral dump against Zerg. Funnily enough, like in other matchups, Hellbats are useless. But in this matchup, Hellbats in the late game are actually really, really useful. So we're working with like the best Terran composition. But in TVZ, I don't think like Terran is like that strong in late game, like in TVP. Like in TVP, I think you can get to the point where the toss can't really do anything. In TVZ, it's not like that, I think. In TVZ, there is some room for the Zerg to be able to like break a Zerg, a Terran that is like going into Ghost and Mech. What I think is going to be the struggle, I see one issue for Reynor in this game. Can you see it as well? I see one big issue. And the mouse is currently pointed to that, not anymore. Yeah, now the mouse is pointed to the issue. You see it in the Chinese letters. In case you don't speak Chinese, let me translate it for you. So this right here means army value. I obviously am fluent in Chinese. So our observer here pointed out the army value. And also in the supply we can see Maru has like such high supply. This is where the Terran army starts becoming like Imba actually. This is really what the Terran army starts becoming Imba. And Imba, especially against no Brute Lords. Like, the larger the army, the less effective Banelings are gonna be. If you have like this much army supply, like, there's not much you can do with Banelings. You're gonna reach like a certain amount of tanks. I'm a little bit afraid of for Reynor here with like Ling Baneling against a 200 supply Terran player, like army supply, 200 supply or 174 right now. And the position here very good. Like, this is not gonna be easy. This is not gonna be easy at all, man. No, he has double evac actually. I'm not even sure if like the bio upgrades are like that useful, but I guess on this map they are. So total mech is kind of funny because it's like super expensive compared to like bio. But this map has like 9 bases each side, I believe. How many bases does it have? It has 9, right? No, it has 8. Actually only 8, yeah. So this map has 8 bases per side, which is a pretty good number. So because of that, you can actually afford the bio upgrades even though you play mech. But look at Maru's bank right now. Like, he's actually sort of committed. So like if Reynor does trade his resources somewhat decent, he might be able to break Maru. I'm just afraid that he might not have what it takes here. Also kind of seems like we're out of lava a little bit. This is actually getting pretty close right now, I would say. This game is getting pretty close because Maru also doesn't have like a lot of SCVs. He does have like a lot of mules, of course. Mules can replace a lot of SCVs. His bank is still very small though. And Brute Lords can really... Like, the advantage of Zerg is like being able to make a lot of army all at once. So Zerg can make like, let's say like 15 Brute Lords like instantly. And if now like a huge amount of Brute Lords show up and he's able to break the Terran, like basically what Reynor needs to do is he needs to break that position and he's won the game. Because that is basically the last mining base of Maru. Like, he has the 5th base in the bottom, but that one is probably not going to have as much gas. Maru's like heavily reliant on that rich gas here, and this base as well. So if Reynor can now, with the Brute Lords, break that base, he's good to go. Or he could maybe also play for the long game, but I feel like it's going to be tough. Like, do you want to... like, what is the best choice? It's hard to say. It looks like he wants to sit back and play the long game. But man, against Maru, I guess there's no good option for Reynor. It's kind of how it goes. Like, Terran has the best late game, and if you play a late game against a race that is just stronger in late game, like, what can you really do? We need Cyril to take over, I guess, or something. The trades have not been absolutely terrible for Reynor. Not great either, but That's normal. If I was playing this sort of game, like what Maru's doing, this is like not easy at all. I also don't think like the Zerg army is like easy to control. But usually Zergs are more used to like having multiple control groups. So I think for Zerg, it feels more natural to play like these sort of late games. Like what Maru's doing is like very hard to control. But if you're doing it right, you're always gonna win. That's kind of what it feels like. With this sort of army composition that Maru has, if you don't mess up, you're gonna win. That's why Terran is the best race. Thing is, it's like incredibly hard to not mess up. Yeah, Maru is like a big like F2 guy as well. So Reynor's still trying to get stuff done. He does kill a lot of SCVs, and he does like kill the base, or at least deny the base for a little bit. Now, this base on the left is actually quite important here. The base on the left here has a lot of money. I'm a little bit afraid of like this position, because this is probably going to be the most important position in the game here. By the way, this game is actually going for pretty long. I wanted to play some games as well today, but considering how long this is already going, I don't know, guys, if I can do this. So in case you wonder, this is the semifinals. We're going to see another match after this. If Maru loses, we're going to have a third place match with Maru against Serral or Rogue. And if Maru wins this, we have a grand finals best of 7 with Maru against Serral or Rogue. So 2 Maru TVZs today. And this one, I feel like if you see Maru play like this, he's here to win. This is always like peak Maru, basically, when he plays these sort of games. In bigger events over the last couple of years, he's looked a little bit like underwhelming against Serral. And I feel like he's looked underwhelming against Serral because he doesn't really play these games against Serral. Against Serral, like sometimes he just did like a very uninspired like Adrax, for example. Or like some, yeah, not very Maru-esque playstyle. It feels like whenever Maru plays like this, he's here to win. This is peak Maru that we're seeing here. These sort of games are incredibly exhausting, by the way. Like really. Okay, here we have a big fight. This position, most important in the game, probably. If Reynor can mine from this base, he might be fine. Reynor has mined a lot of money from the right side of the map, but he hasn't mined any of this now. And since Zerg is the cost inefficient race, they need more income than the Terran. So we need this base here. We just need this base. Without this base, the Terran is certainly gonna win. And this position seems fine as well. We have some ghost over there as well, and we do break the base here. The ghosts are kiting. Cloak is like so useful, by the way. Cloak is like such a game changer. You just cloak these ghosts and they are like safe a lot of times. They also have a lot of energy. And there's the Mule Hammer. Infinite money, even though he has no SCVs. Welcome to playing Terran. If you get to these kind of scenarios, I don't mind playing Terran, guys. Getting to this point is like extremely exhausting and tough. But if you're there, and you keep going, like you keep being focused, dropping mules like that is like, comes close to the same, the feeling of like Protoss's like rapid fire whopping in Zealots. That is just as much fun. The Broodlord squad here is annoying though. It's kind of like picking him apart a little bit right now. I think we lost a Thor or something in the left. No, this is not live. This is this was played 10 hours ago, or 9 hours ago. I'm just doing like a recast because we have the clean feed here that is provided by Rex. So I figured because we have. By the way, should I make the sound like more like louder? I think it's a little bit quiet, right? Either way, we have this clean feed, so we have sound. And I just wanted to watch the games because I haven't seen the games. I don't even know the results. And I figured that might be nice content at like a later time. Because I imagine that there's a good amount of people that haven't seen these games as well, right? I don't think I'm the only one that hasn't seen the games yet. So streaming these games at a more like NA friendly time just seems kind of nice. So in case you haven't seen the games, you can watch them live here, you can chat. Yeah. Audio is good. Perfect. Like, we're very lucky to have a big like event like this hosted by the Chinese community for free, you know. It's like for free. Getting to like watch this kind of content for free, like I'll take that for sure. Like, this is a special tournament. It's $10,000. It's like every single best player playing besides me. So yeah, like we're definitely here to watch this. And what I want to do in the future as well is like I do want to like maybe even host my own tournaments. What I find like missing in StarCraft is more tournaments at a like I said, an NA friendly time, or even at like a European friendly time. Because a lot of tournaments, especially from Wardy or from like the Chinese guys, they're hosted like in the noon European time. Noon European time means like in the morning, like NA. Like this tournament like starts like at 6 a.m. NA time. And yeah, I imagine that a lot of people don't watch this because of that. Same with like tournaments during the week, like a lot of people don't watch it if it's like played at like 12 in the noon. Anyways, let's focus on the game. It's getting chaotic. So we see Maru is making some moves. He's actually pushing forward. He's trying to circumvent the Brute Lords. Splitting your army is good against Brute Lords, like circumventing the Brute Lords is good. What does it mean? Well, you just go wherever the Brute Lords are not. And the Liberators are a really good zoning tool. The Hellbats are actually doing quite a bit of damage here in the counter attack. And you can see why the Hellbats are such strong units. They actually trade well against Zerglings. They have very good mineral dump against Zerg. Even against like the Ravagers here, they're not bad. The Hellbats are really doing a lot. They're cleaning up. And getting rid of the entire main base is... He killed 50 army supply somewhere. Okay. So getting rid of the entire main base, we can see it in the supply now. Things are looking absolutely terrible now. Like, you cannot afford losing your entire main. Unless you trade it good enough. But Reynor is not able to mine from the left side. And without that income, he cannot max. And if it is, supply is 160. And Maru's supply is like 200 with a bank and still income left. Yeah. It's not gonna go so well for Reynor anymore. Like, Terran is already stronger in the late game, if microed perfectly. But like, it's even stronger if the Zerg is not even maxed out. It's so easy. That's the analysis we're here for. Yeah. And Reynor right now can only make Infestus, I believe, because he doesn't have anything else, like tech-wise, tech structure-wise. He's only has an Infestation Pit, I believe. So he can only make Infestus, but he already has 16. More Infestus is not like better army. I think his army composition is way off. And that is also because he lost all the tech. So this is like Wings of Liberty army. Brute Lord Infestor. But it's like too many Infestors as well. These Lingram buys are nice, but like you can easily replace the SCVs. And once again, Hellions can really deal with the Zerglings quite easily. We need that mining from the left base, but it seems like we're not getting it. And it also seems like he's super poor now. Can Reynor migrate towards that base or not? That is the real question now. Can we get to that base or not? Like, Maru does not need to do a whole lot right now. He can wait a little bit. He can even be the one that takes the base. He can be the one that clears more hatcheries. I mean, that's always good. Clearing some overlords good. Clearing some hatcheries, like any kill is good. It removes vision. It removes production technically. He can take his time. Liberators are siege. When liberators are siege like that, and you don't have any vipers, there's no vipers, you cannot possibly fight into this. This right now is like an impossible position for Reynor to fight into. And this is even more annoying, like the ghost just randomly imping infestors and even bam, one snipe, like super cost efficient. There's actually no vipers and that is a huge problem, even if there were, like, it would need like a good amount of vipers. He has one, I can see. But yeah, these liberators are really annoying. He needs to find like the perfect angle, and actually here we go. But there's also a lot of tanks shelling it away at the infestors. The Nora parasites have to go down. The ghosts are also still alive. We need to see like how many brute lords are left. I think there's like 8 brute lords left. 6. And it's like 5 ghosts and a Thor and still a bunch of libs. And I mean in the supply we can also see it. Reynor just lost everything in that fight. Pretty strong game there by Maru. If you play like this as a Terran, it kind of sometimes seems impossible for the Zerg to win. It's a very difficult game. If the Terran gets into that position and they don't really mess up, this is usually how the games go. And because this game was so long, I actually need to run some ads quickly. So let's take a small break before we jump into the next game. Yeah. Thing is, this sort of playstyle is also only really viable on like certain maps, of course. Like you cannot just turtle mech like every map. It just doesn't work. We need to do this on like specific maps. Okay, just let's take a couple seconds here. And then we're good to go for the next one. We can already like fast forward to it. Very good production so far. I really enjoy this. Let's just keep going. Winter Madness, that's Maru's pick. Let's see if he's gonna be the one that abuses the Liberator position. We saw Bjan do it yesterday. The Liberator position is quite nice. There's no more webcam from Reynor. What a shame. Do you think Reynor's worse with mech relative to other Zerg? I don't think so, no. I think every Zerg is kind of similar against mech. Like, honestly, I think a lot of the high-level Zergs don't even play it like super well against mech. Like, there's like some Zergs that are like around like 6k to like 6.5k, so like on a lower level than these guys. And they, I feel like, play better against mech. It's very weird how it works. In general, I think mech is very valid. Like, Terran is the best late game race, so I think mech is like really good. Like this sort of turtle mech on like a large map. It just seemed very powerful. It's kind of a funny picture that he took for the face cam. Okay, interesting barracks placement here. The one barracks is like out of position. So he's gonna have to lift it. Probably not that important, but whatever. Might be confusing to Reynor. Maybe it's a confusion tactic. Who knows? Definitely confuses me as a spectator. Pool first opening by the Zerg against the double barracks Reaper opening. The 6 circling run-by is honestly not amazing against a Reaper opening like that. I'm getting a little worried for Reynor here. Just a little bit. Can the Zerglings really do anything? There's gonna be another Reaper popping. Oh, he could have maybe surrounded that. I'm sure Maru wasn't paying attention himself. Oh, can he get the cancel? Imagine if he like pulled every single Zergling on the command center and he gets the cancel. Honestly, I think that would have been a play. The Zerglings are honestly not getting that much done right now. Yeah. I mean, he pulled back every single Reaper, so I guess it's okay. Certainly isn't like bad. Like, I think Maru like panicked here a little bit. It's like a weird situation, so he like panicked a little bit, but at the same time he also hasn't lost a lot. Just one SCV, so I guess it's like okay. That doesn't really make a difference. He has triple CC before like the Zerg has like triple hatch. He has some good control still. Like Reynor's playing pretty safe. It's like it is a commitment to go for 6 Zerglings. This kind of setup is nice for Maru, like having map control now. It's already good enough. You can be confident, because Zergling speed is still gonna take a while until it's done. Oh, that was a little expensive, maybe? No, just one Reaper dies, it's okay. Gets a lot of info still. Yeah, I mean, both are just fine with this position. If I was Maru, I feel very confident though, because I don't see her 3rd hatch yet. And we can also see in the production tab that Reynor just doesn't have a whole lot at the moment. Like if he catches the Reapers, oh my god, this is actually bad by Maru potentially. This might be really bad by him. Really, really, really bad. Is he gonna get punished all the way? But like the hatch is also still not down. I feel like he should have lost every single Reaper there. He might still lose every single Reaper. But at the same time he accomplished like something. He was able to delay the hatch pretty well. He's definitely gonna lose the Reapers. That makes the game very spicy if these Reapers go down. He cannot find them though, and that's really annoying. That's really annoying because like Reynor also needs to be careful. Like for example, if the Reapers are like circumventing the Zerglings and then they just go for another run-by and Zerglings are not there, and then he kills like another like 5 drones, let's say, it'd be really awful. Now he finds the Reapers. And this map you can definitely punish them. Like Reaper openings are not that good if there's like no cliffs you can like go up and down. And I don't think there's any cliffs on this map. Like you cannot go down here. Can you? No, you can't. This is not a Reaper cliff, so. On maps like this, I'm not a big fan of Reaper openings. Moin. So what is the aftermath here? Honestly, I like this for Reynor. I'm a fan. This doesn't look bad. This is a very interesting follow-up. Tank and armory and second factory. I do wonder if it's going to be a Widowmine drop. What do you think it's going to be? It's +1 as well on the way on one eBay only, huh? So it looks like it's going to be bio, because there's like an eBay. Might be a drilling claws build. That's the most likely here. Single eBay is a little strange. The setup in general is a little bit strange, but it's just a drilling claws opening. Very sort of like old school opening by Maru. We don't see that very often anymore, but he's kind of reviving that. We've also seen like Clem do it in, I think, one of the Chinese offline events. definitely unpredictable by Maru. So it's like a blast from the past, basically. The tank is also kind of nice, because you kind of protect your third base with that tank. Though Reynor is kind of microing very well against it, so it's not really protecting the SCVs, it's more like killing the SCVs. This just has to be good for Reynor. Like, if we don't lose anything here, we don't. This just has to be good for the Zerg. Like, no way it's not. The Wooden Mines cannot possibly get this much damage done, right? I don't think so. Maybe if there's no Spore Crawler, we can find the damage that we need, but now this is a very uncomfortable situation for Maru. Not as bad as it seems. Because the supply is still fine, but like the upgrades are going strong for the Zerg. What happened to Reynor's camera? I think Reynor is not really the camera guy when it comes to these online events. So honestly, I think what happened is he lost the first game and he's like, guys, it's lagging. Can I turn off the webcam? For some reason, he doesn't really feel comfortable with like playing with the camera, I think. Or maybe he's in Italy? Actually, maybe he's in Italy where he has like bad internet. That could be the other reason. But I feel like it's an excuse. I think he's just not a camera guy on these online events. Honestly, I hate these camera things. Like, I don't know about you guys. I don't like the cameras. This gives me kind of the like COVID feeling, you know. I feel like we're back in the pandemic when I see cameras like this. So I'm not really a fan of that myself. Especially because the cams just look bad. Like, most players just don't have good cams, so the quality is like just shitty. And the thing is, like, the players don't really want to play with a cam like this. Like, I feel uncomfortable with this as well. Like, if I can find like an excuse, I would also like excuse myself. The Woodmine's finding a lot of damage. 24 drones is not bad, but the thing is, we just drone back up and we don't really kill anything. Like, the trades here for Maru are not amazing. Though 24 drones speaks for itself. These mines are successful in some way, at least. Is it enough? I'm not sure. It feels like one of those games where you might just get A-moved by a bunch of lurkers. I'm a little bit afraid of that. Look at this, like, the resource loss is even in, like, Reynor's favor. Don't see that very often. I'm getting a little bit worried here for Maru. His setup is not looking good against, like, the Ling Hydra into Brute lurkers. It's not looking that good. And he's about to lose another medevac. Another medevac. But only 6 drones and some links. Like, not good again. Let's see though, the macro is going strong. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of like the camera if it's like not even like good looking. Like, look at Maru's cam here. It's like it just looks bad. You don't really see anything through the camera, anyways. Like, it obviously adds like some value, but at the same time, like I don't think like. I feel a lot of players feel uncomfortable with this sort of, and like I said, I get a flashback to like pandemic if I see that. So if I speak like from player perspective, I would remove the cameras. I don't like them. Unless like everybody has to use them like at all times, you know, like what I don't like is that Reynor can just turn off the cam and like Maru still has the cam on. That's kind of what triggers me the most. Like if everybody has to like play with it, then it's like if the tournament organizer like forces it, you know. And the players like get a nice camera setup and... But if it's like... some games we have the camera and some other games not. Then Reynor mid-series just turns off the cam because he has lags, I guess. Which honestly, I just don't believe. I don't believe you can have lags because of the cam. Like, this is like some 360p quality. Like, how can it possibly lag? Can an internet be that bad? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I have no info. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm not really a fan. Unless you force it on everybody. That wasn't Korea? Oh, okay, yeah. Then I'm sure internet is not an issue. No. Like, I can totally understand though, like... These cam setups just feel online, like... You just don't feel as comfortable if you play with a cam like this. So if Reynor, like, doesn't want to do it, like, I can 100% agree with that. I hate it as well. That was actually a very good trade for Maru there. He did lose a base though, but he has 3 more. So these games, the longer they go, the better for the Terran. Let's see. One thing I've seen a lot from Maru is how he goes very HeroMarine tank heavy. So like a lot of splash. Not as many ghosts, more splash. It's definitely more comfortable than the last late game for the Zerg. Maybe the map is actually worse in some way, but like the bio setup is definitely a little more harder for like the Terran, let's say. I'm just getting worried, like if this game lasts, like just the longer it lasts, the worse it's gonna get for the Zerg, I feel like. Like this is... I can't play like this. Like whenever I play like this, it's not as imba. But whenever I see Clem or Maru get into these positions, it looks imba. Like, my games don't go like this. Like, I have a bad start. Like, Maru didn't have a fantastic start. It kind of was meh. He did some mine drops, didn't really accomplish, like, too much. Reynor definitely got into a nice position. So, like, I would have lost the game at that point. But if you play this at the very highest level, so the higher you go in the skill, the more impact things like balance have. And what is the state of balance for Terran at the moment? I feel like Terran has the best late game in both matchups. So if we play a perfect game, and if the game goes to this stage of the game, where we have a lot of command centers, planetaries, tanks everywhere, and 5 bases, I think this is going to favor the Terran, and there isn't really a whole lot the Zerg can do, even though they had a good start. Unless you get the Terran caught like this. Not quite. So yeah, every minute that goes by, the worse it is for the Zerg. Even versus Protoss? Yeah, like against Protoss, absolutely. It's even easier against Toss, I feel like. Like, this sort of game looks so simple and imba when Maru does it. Whenever I do it, I would have already lost the game. I can guarantee you that. Like, the spread here and the macro and everything. Look at the production tab. Like, it's so good. I mean, Reynor is playing just as well. But like I said, the higher you go in the skill, the more impact balance has. And if, like, Terran is the strongest race in late game, and both are playing perfect, then in the long run, like, Terran should win. Because what is the strongest race in the game? In my opinion, the strongest race in the game is usually the one that has the best late game. Because defender advantage is a thing. Like, if you survive, you defend, it will always be a late game. Like, it doesn't matter if you have like an early game advantage. As long as you keep on surviving, which is kind of Terran's strength as well, like surviving. It's kind of what Terran is made for. To just sit back. You get to this point, to the late game, and yeah, every minute that goes by, the worse it looks. some circling run by on that position. Can he break on the right? So Reynor is able to break here, but like Maru can also just lift the command center. He did lose some goals here. We need to take a look at the resource loss tab after this. Like, you need to keep the Terran small. Maru's supply right now is not looking that good. His income is not looking that good. And the trade, oh, we just saw it. Let me rewind. What was it? So the trades here are even. Even trades are good for the Zerg. Zerg is outmining the Terran here throughout the entire game. So even trade is good for the Zerg. For some reason, Reynor has a bank and he's not able to remax. I've seen this a lot from Zergs recently. They don't inject. He's running out of lava, isn't he? Like, he can't remax, even though he has like a huge bank. I've seen this a lot recently. Zergs is not being able to remax. The supply right now is looking fine for Reynor if he can like spend his money. One big remax and then break, like, let's say the base in the bottom. I think he has it then. We need to remax, break the base in the bottom, and then it starts looking good. Make sure you keep buying like the right side where the orbitals are still lifted, by the way. And we also see in the income difference right now that we dropped a bunch of mules here. But it seems like Reynor's not able to remax fast enough. It also feels like the Terran just has too much army left. So it doesn't feel like the Terran is in danger of losing this expansion here. And his income is now better than the Zerg's income. We're getting to the stage where like this is getting worse and worse for the Zerg. We've become a StarCraft 3? I don't think so. Here we go, we go through that choke point. Ow, 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 ow. The banelings are never gonna hit here. They have to land on a tank. Oh. And that was a terrible trade. That was like 30 banelings for like 2 siege tanks. And we're still maxed. Maru has 6 bases constantly. And he's also denying the left side. As a Zerg, the play is always to outmine the Terran, but he doesn't accomplish that because he doesn't have the Terran's expansions. Like, Reynor needs one of the corner bases or one of the rich gas bases. Without that, it's just impossible. And man, this map just seemed really tough as well, by the way. Maps have a huge impact on the balance in TVZ as well. And these maps seem that seems like a very hard position. The fungal not even helping here. And the trades are just getting worse and worse, actually. Look at these trades. 5,000 resources killed here against like 3k some gas. That was a lot of gas denied by Reynor, I think it was. I didn't quite understand that. Like, I think these battle report graph is a little bugged. Or not bugged, but like sometimes it interacts like weird with banelings. It doesn't like actually show the resources lost of like banelings that exploded, I think. So we need to see the actual units lost, I feel like. Here are the tanks. Look at Maru's like spread. He like always is in position. It's crazy. He has some Liberator Siege here. He still has tanks down there. Of course, like not a super amazing trade, but still, you just lift and evacuate. Like, doesn't really matter. You can just lift, evacuate. He's still trading somewhat decent. If you're running into tanks with like banelings, you're always gonna trade pretty well as a Terran. Breaking this position is nice. It gives Reynor a little bit of a breather. But like, the Terran is still not broke at all. And the Terran can just expand to the left side. And the left side, we have many fresh bases. That base on the right is like not very fresh. And it's also not a base that Reynor can ever take. So for now, like, Maru can even ignore that position. It doesn't matter. That position is useless. Reynor cannot take it, but he can take it after establishing a planetary here, maybe. Maru, that is. And as soon as we get these 2 bases up and running, I think that's the point where Maru is like easily winning this game. Another not so great trade for the Zerg. Maru is just always in position. He always has tanks, he always has Widow Mines, he's always replacing them as well. What can the Zerg really do here? Like, honestly, like, it's... Should he go into Brute Lords? Like, I don't know. Like, it just feels like Maru's like constantly reproducing. Maru constantly has good splash. He's never really truly broken. He always like retreats with the ghost. One thing that Maru does like perfect is like never losing the ghost. He also always has like the right army. Like, he has many splash tools and he has a good ghost count. He has like some marauders and bio for mobility. Like here, for example, just some marine marauder stimming to kill the Zerglings and tank some shots. The ghost, look at the ghost, they just run away. That was the first real fungal by the Zerg, actually. Just as I praise Maru, he messes up the micro. Good fungal by the Zerg. That is what we need as a Zerg. But that trade right there, you know, that trade right there, that was not, like, that was just a mistake by the Terran, like, technically speaking. It was a good play by Reynor, but... This is kind of like the best play Zerg has. It's like you go for a fungal and just hope it lands. Honestly, that was fantastic though. Look at the bank right now. Like, Maru actually doesn't have like that much money. He does have a good amount of orbitals, I would assume. And his mule income is gonna skyrocket now. But he needs to take a small breather. He needs to make more splash tools again. Liberators even joining the field here. And we need to stop making... he killed his own SCV. And we need to stop making... well, we need to expand, like, slowly here. Like, Maru needs to take his time. Army supply is getting really impossible to break, though. The thing is, like, the longer the game goes, the less money there is on the map. And the less SCVs the Terran needs. And the Zerg is, like, mining out quicker as well, usually. So do we still like this for the Terran? Do we like this for the Zerg? Honestly, I'm not like 100% sure right now. I feel like a lot of the Zerg supply here is fake. Can he even mine with like 90 drones? Is there enough money on the right side of the map to mine enough money for Reynor? He might just be on a timer. Like, he might desperately need to break the Terran here. He needs to like break the top left. He needs to potentially break all of this. Reynor might be running out of money at some point. Brute Lords? So I don't think Brute Lords are a good option here, in my opinion, because he doesn't have any upgrades. Like, the reason this is going well for Reynor is because he's neglecting Brute Lords. You can't just get like some Brute Lords now, like they're 0-0. I don't even think he has a Spire. So like, this is a pure Lightheider Baneling Infester game by the Zerg. And he's saving a lot of money by not getting additional Spire upgrades. Like, if he had 3-3 for air, his bank would be gone. You really can't make Brute Lords without upgrades, for sure. The thing is, Maru like doesn't know that though. Like, Maru doesn't know that Reynor can't go Brute Lords. So there's still like that threat. So like, Maru still needs to think about that, consider it. I like what Reynor is doing here, honestly. It's like not necessarily something Sarah would do, but he's playing this game at a very good pace. Like, this is a very special game. I guarantee you, if I played this game, like if I was Maru here, like for sure at this point I would have never like lasted that long. I would have like gotten crushed before. But Maru has to work like so hard. Like, yeah, Terran is like trading more efficiently. In the long run, it's getting better and better for him, but like he has to work so hard here. Another big fungal. We can't quite capitalize on it though. The base is probably gonna not go down. That's sort of expensive. Now it gets interesting, because look at the supply. This actually is a very good game. I feel like this is starting to look good for Reynor though. I feel like he soon has it. Like, it feels like Maru's actually running out of money. It does feel like the Terran is running out of money. Like, look at the mineral income from Reynor. He's still rich at the moment. He's up 2 bases compared to the Terran. Actually, he's up 3 bases technically. So like, Reynor is like out mining the Terran quite a bit here. And if you're not able to expand, like one more fight like that, and Reynor might actually have it. It doesn't look like it didn't look like it for a long time. But he might just have enough soon. He's getting a great Aspire now. Let's see if he's actually gonna make Broodlords. The Viper. Well, the Viper, I'm not sure. I think he has like some Vipers. Oh, this was a blunder by Maru. Oh my god. I thought like Maru for sure is gonna see that. That was a gape moment. Oh my god, that was a gape moment. That would have never happened to Clem. Guys? See, this is how my games go. So this is how late game looks for me when I play TVZ. Suddenly Terran not so imba anymore, right? Yeah, that's not good for Maru. Ouch. Reynor needs to start working on his gas income, by the way. The ghost control has to be precise here. It is quite good. But now there's some banelings coming here as well. The tanks are still here though. You do break one of the bases off the Terran here, but the thing is Reynor has no gas anymore. He has 0 gas right now. He's mining finally. Maru doesn't have a main base anymore. He still has a lot of fresh bases. That right base that Reynor just took from Maru is illegal, by the way. That base should never belong to the Zerg. Like really, like that base should never belong to the Zerg. One Liberator can single-handedly take that base away from Reynor. Like Maru definitely needs to remove that base. Like Reynor mining from that center right base is actually game breaking right now. What is this series, by the way? It's like just the first one that we watch here. What did I miss today? Jeez, man. I did not expect that. So far it's delivering. I don't know the result of this. It looks like Reynor is winning just because he has more income and more supply. It's like that simple. It also doesn't feel like Maru is aware of that base that he took. Like that income from that base is actually insane as well. Liberator plus vision. I don't think he actually needs vision. I saw yesterday Bjan had a Liberator there and it didn't need like a medevac. Bro, what are we watching here? Like the funny thing is like it's still winnable for the Terran, like just sitting here and like doing this. It's so silly, but that's how the game works. That is huge though. This base right here is like, that is like so important. That gives him that a little bit of money boost that he needs to like win the game basically. That is so important. Like that base actually still had like so much money. This base had like, how much is that? Probably like 5k at least. Something like that. And some gas as well. This is unbreakable. So he's never gonna push from there because of the barracks. At this point you can never break that. Fungal, oh my god, that was important. Fungal would have been game winning here. It seems like Maru did not have any splash in that position. Just a single tank on the bottom. What is gonna be the play here, man? I'm kind of running out of, like I'm kind of speechless right now. Because this is like a very tough game to call right now. Like I don't even know what's the right thing to do here. I'm like kind of clueless. The drone count from Reynor is like high, which is a little bit problematic. It means he has less money. Like he doesn't have as much bases to mine from. Like he's running out of money first. So maybe we need to start like removing some drones. Just so we have that little bit more army. But besides that, what is this gonna be a draw? Like are they just gonna regame? Because both of them don't want to attack. Okay, this is huge. So Maru is gonna attack this base. That is important. This base is so important. But this might also give Reynor the opportunity to go for a game-winning fight here. Look at the pay close attention to the ghost in the back. Are they able to run away continuously here against all these banelings? It seems like they are, but at the same time, Maru also loses a big chunk of his army. So the ghost, they stay alive, but the trades were not even that bad for the Zerg. And what is the aftermath? Well, let's see. Trade was like somewhat fine. It's still a very tough game to call. Well, what's gonna happen here? What do you think? I'm kind of leaning towards Maru in this game, honestly. I'm kind of starting to lean towards Maru simply because Reynor has like so many drones and he's mining out faster. His bank is not as high anymore. The trades were probably good enough for Maru. So I'm still leaning towards Maru right now. The Brute Lords are unupgraded, they have only one upgrade. Can they really make a difference? I mean, Ghosts are the counter to everything, technically. My Ghosts don't counter Brute Lords, but whenever I watch Clem play, his Brute Lords get countered, his opponent's Brute Lords get countered by his Ghosts. Mine never reach, but yeah. The other way around for this. Okay, this is actually quite nice. He's gonna be able to breach that position. Can he actually do that? Can we break through this planetary here? This might suddenly be the most important base in the game. If this base goes down, Maru basically has no more income. Oh no, Cloak goes. Oh. Mayday, mayday. Oh no, I think we're screwed. I think Reynor is actually screwed in this game. Despite the Nidus attempt in the main, despite being successful with it, the Brute Lords cannot reach the Ghost. Perfect positioning again for the Terran. Ay. The base does not go down. This base is gonna go down. And I think Reynor is out of money. Bro has still 73 drones, but he doesn't have any minerals to mine from. What can he do? Is this his entire army? Seems like it. I think he's done. What the hell, man? Intense games for sure. A game that I for sure would have never won. And we need to run ads again, guys. I'm so sorry, but we need to take another ad break here. These games are a little bit too intense right now. Like, I would have never like gotten to that point of the game. Like, bro, that was kind of like this is quite difficult. Yeah, Maru probably thought like 4 times the game was over. It's like, okay, small ad break, and then we're gonna go into the next one. Sorry for the ads, but that's kind of what keeps the stream going here. Thing is, like, Terran late game is quite strong. Like, if you just survive like Maru did, like, obviously Terran is gonna win in the long run. It's kind of a lame way of playing, but that's like the best playstyle for the Terran, it feels like. Well, best would be also some multitasking, but it's like really hard. Like how Clem plays it. Like, Clem is aggressive as well at the same time. He doesn't just camp. Like, Clem is like active in the mid game and then goes into camping. Maru just goes like straight into camping basically. Okay, let's just go into the next game. Already, the ads are still running for some people, but I'm sure they're fine with skipping the early game as long as we don't see a proxy. And it seems like we don't see a proxy. So in case you're wondering what we're doing here, I'm recasting the LiuLi Cup from today. 10 hours ago it was played. Semi-finals, Maru versus Reynor. Into finals or third place match, depending on if Maru wins or loses. He's gonna play another match for sure against Rogue or Cyril. It also comes down to the map, by the way. Like, so far the map seemed good for camping. White Rabbit, is it a good camp map? Let's see. I think it's alright. But on White Rabbit there's definitely going to be more potential to take one of the corner bases as well, I think. Terran in 2026 is delivering here. Like, if you look at games like this, like, for sure Terran is not bad. But it also felt like Maru was in trouble the entire time. It felt like he was getting out macroed like so hard. So it's really a game of surviving. How did Maru win the game? Well, Reynor eventually ran out of money. And he lost the Brute Lords against Ghosts. And then he lost the game. The trades were not good enough. He wasn't able to mine enough money from like the corner bases. He wasn't able to break the bottom position. Yeah. Really close game. But in the end, Maru did it. This time Maru is not going for a cheeky opening. This time we're just going standard Hellion Banshee. Let's see how this kind of game goes. A lot of times what I've seen in the past from like Maru versus Cyril is the pacing is just not good enough for Maru. It's like whenever he tried playing like Clem against Cyril, it looked like Gabe versus Cyril. He just lost against like the first run by. Didn't look very promising. But we don't see bio here, we see gas taken. So what could that possibly mean? We're gonna go for some mech. Now, is it gonna be like aggressive Cyclone mech? Is it gonna be like the same Turtle double armory mech? It doesn't seem like Maru's like I haven't seen anyone really copy my playstyle. Like I got sort of lucky in my series against Cyril. So I felt like maybe some people would start copying my mech. So far, let's see. Waiting for the Overlord to go down. He's faking the tech lab to go for some bio. Okay, what is he gonna make now? Factory. So this is a very standard like mech build. Exactly how I like it. Honestly, this is like just standard mech by Maru. It's not like my build order, of course. But if I'm ever gonna take a credits for like one build, you remember like in the last update when Storm was just the normal Storm and like energy recharge was like Imber. I think I was the trendsetter for the mech. I developed the mech like triple CC Banshee into Cyclone mech build. I even made a YouTube video about that, I think. When the Cyclone was bugged. The Gape bunker, yeah, but I'm talking about like playstyle. So last year's like triple CC mech against Toss was my build. Speed Banshee, triple CC, Cyclone mech, that was my playstyle. I'll take credit for that. I don't take credits for Cyclone mech against Zerg. I feel like that's like no one's build. It's like just standard mech what Maru is doing. I like it because he plays it exactly like I would. So I like it. It's exactly how I play it as well. It's like the standard Cyclone mech. You go for like speed Banshees, he sees that it's roaches, so he's gonna build some more Banshees to be safe against Niders. Then he's gonna go into Cyclone straight away, no tanks. Then he's gonna get into double upgrades. He's actually getting some tanks now. So it might be different mech. Let's see. So we're gonna go up to like 4 Banshees, we're gonna take a 4th base. The Raven is very Maru-esque as well. It's definitely a touch of Maru when you see a Raven already at this point in the game. With mech it's really good. Honestly, there's no reason to not get a Raven at this point. Well, he's getting more Banshees, I guess it's a little bit too early. But like, against roaches you can definitely make more Banshees, and against like Zerg in general later on you can definitely make a Raven if you play mech. It's definitely Maru inspired, getting a Raven. It's like the only Terran that ever gets a Raven against Zerg. And he especially does it with Bio. With mech, sorry. Definitely not with Bio. He's doing very well with the Banshees. There's something I personally have to improve on as well. My Banshee harassment is actually not good. He's able to cancel the 5th base. Like, that's actually really, really good. Getting the 5th base? I never do anything with my Banshees. He gets in the base for free. It's definitely something we have to start working on. I need to write it on my list. Maybe that's what I need to become the best player. Well, that looked like my games. Nice surround by Reynor. That was a really good surround by him. Like, Hellions are actually quite expensive. That was 900 minerals, yeah. That was super expensive. And he's going Hydros, by the way. I'm a fan of Hydros against mech, actually. For some reason, I struggle the most when they go Hydros. Like, technically they should be awful. And maybe they are against Maru because he builds more tanks than I do. I'm a very big Cyclone enjoyer. So maybe that's why I struggle more against Hydralisks. I'm also not very much like a late game enjoyer. I'm more like a guy that is like aggressive with mech. Like, I would be on the map with like Cyclones and Hellions and I would not even have tanks yet. In the meantime, we see Maru just getting barracks and goes, like he's abusing the late game. This is probably the proper way of playing it. I've tried this as well though, and whenever I play this, I get overwhelmed by the Baneling waves. But we've seen so far, and we've also seen, especially in the first game, it feels like whenever Maru is there to win, he goes for the mech and the camp against Zerg. Like, we can tell that Maru is playing serious. Yeah, getting the 5th base is actually quite hard here for Reynor. It's kind of a struggle. Yeah, like, actually, yeah, I didn't even pay attention, but it's huge not getting a base here. Like, Maru actually is out expanding the Zerg while playing Turtle Mech. That is not really a thing. It already feels like Maru is like way ahead. Like, if Reynor doesn't deal any damage now, is Maru just like easily like winning the game? Like, his macro is insane. Look at all the good things on the production tab. And the Banshees just keep going. Another base snipe on the bottom? Really? Bro, what? No way. No freaking way. The Vipers are gonna intervene here. Good pullback. We're not losing the Banshees. We are losing the Banshees, I cursed it. Not a big deal, to be fair, but obviously a success for Reynor. Like, the Banshees, ultimately you want to lose them. Like, the Banshees are a wasted supply in the late game. You only really build them to not die against like roaches or swarm host. That's the only reason to build them. Without any Banshees, they can go for some Nidus swarm host, or they can go for like some roach queen drop all-ins. I think this is probably what Zergs complain about the most at a lower level. It's the lack of anti-air that Zerg has. at least like anti-air that is easily accessible. So they can't really like punish the mech. And honestly, like from like a logic perspective, I can totally understand it. But I mean, that's just how the game works at the moment, so whatever. It's like not so easy to fix. But yeah, like Zerg cannot possibly be aggressive because of like 5 Banshees. It is what it is. It's kind of, I agree, like it sort of sucks from a design point of view, but it is what it is. That's how they want the game to work. And Maru's like actually pushing forward here. The EMPs were nuts. And it's only like Roach Hydra against many siege tanks. It feels like Maru's just like walking him over. This looked like the easiest game on the planet for Maru. What the hell? Like not even close. Like he completely crushed this game. Right? It's not over yet. There might be some lurkers coming out of the Niders. No, no lurkers. 7 in production, but not there yet. Zergling's useless against the Hellbats. Just sniping the 5th base again. Like it, yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's like something that would be nice to fix for Zerg to be able to be more active as well on the other side, but obviously not something you can easily do. It's just like a lot, like a thought. Like I'm not a game designer. I don't get paid to like make StarCraft like a better game. Like that's why it takes like a full-time job to do that. Like you need someone to do some proper testing, and it takes a lot of time to like get the right patch out. It's like easy to say what in logic would be nice. So it's easy to say, yeah, for Zerg it'd be nice if they could be more active, like put on some pressure to punish this sort of play. This sort of play, honestly, like what we see here, I don't like it. Like I see this in PvZ all the time. It's like you enter the late, like there's no mid game. It's like a little bit of Banshees flying around, and then bam, now we're in late game. Like nothing happened, but we're in late game. We completely skipped the mid game. We just went straight into Ghost Hellbat tank, 3 upgrades. At like 14 minutes in the game, we're already like fully maxed on everything. But yeah, like it's easy to say stuff like that. It's hard to fix stuff like that. Like I think with that statement, like most people would agree. Like it'd be nice if we had more of a mid game in this one, for example. And if Maru can't just go AFK and like do this. Like legitimately, I don't think there was anything Reynor could do to punish this. Like Maru would just go to the late game for free. Protoss would just go to the late game for free. Especially Terran can kind of go to the late game for free against Zerg, it looks like here. Banshees is like Oracles? Not really, because they don't have like the same abilities. They are like in that regard the same to like defend all ends. But later on Oracles are still valuable and Banshees are useless. So if you mean that, then yeah, sure. But Oracle definitely provides like another value. They are like scans. So you can say like Banshees are like Banshees and scans are like Oracles. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like a million orbital scans and then having Banshees. It's like having Oracles. Sort of an active game, like we see them like walk around here. The army spread is very interesting. One thing that I really want to point out with like Maru's army movement, I feel like I need more practice in that myself. Maybe that's gonna improve my late game. One thing I noticed that Maru does, he always has like tanks in position, like at home. He always has a good tank spread. Like there's never, like, look at this, here's a tank and a natural is a tank, 2 tanks here. Like he has a tank everywhere. They're very like well spread around. And he also like has like an army with F2, I guess, that like does something. Like he had the Hellbat tank army, and then he has like the Ghost on a separate hotkey. You always see like the Ghost like running around, and they're always like kiting back to the tanks basically. He never has like everything together. Like here, this Ling run by. He now F2s everything, but then he micros the Ghost separately. And the nice thing about F2 is that if you have tank siege, you can actually F2 and the tanks don't move. Oh, he is out of position though, but he can just lift, it doesn't really matter. Like, Maru's fine as long as Reynor is not mining the corner bases. The lurkers honestly are a nice addition. I like the lurkers against the mech even. I feel like lurkers are always good. It's so difficult though, isn't it? Like, you can't abduct the tanks as well. Like, not being able to abduct tanks makes like lurkers significantly worse. But this might be a good fight for Reynor finally. The blinding clouds are amazing here, and there's like only hellbats which are practically useless right now. Take a look at the ghosts. Okay, yeah. Good to not fight into that. The ghosts are scary. We have another blinding cloud. Oh, I think there's an EMP landing on the Vipers. Not quite. Can we dash forward and get some blinding clouds off? Is this gonna be a good fight for Reynor? The Vipers are not moving, so it's not. A nuke, there's no way that's gonna land right. He's gonna try and kill the ghost. He's gonna try and defend that base. And he's actually trading well here, Reynor. The ghosts don't look as strong here. You wanna have another like late game fact, by the way, about TVZ? I think it's true. I haven't tested in a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you have +3 tanks, they two-shot Hydras. So Hydras like really fall off as soon as +3 is done. The tanks are like normally not really good against Hydras actually. Like normally it feels like sometimes they don't deal damage if you don't have like mass tanks. But +3 tanks are suddenly good against Hydras. Like significantly better. See the tanks like two-shotting them. And yeah, guys, I think this is starting to look like a similar game to the last one. It's actually really good series here in terms of like game length. And Maru is definitely here to play well, man. Like, that looked fantastic what he's doing. I don't really know what a Zerg can do here, honestly. It seems like there isn't much the Zerg can do, honestly. Like, I don't know, we need Cyril to figure it out, I guess. I don't know what the Zerg could have done here, honestly. I mean, Maru definitely played well, but I mean, Reynor always plays well as well, so it's like hard to say who played better. But it just feels like he can never read the ghost and they can always trade efficient and like... Yeah. I mean, if he gets the Nihilus up, then yeah, sure. You can get some lurkers again going. But yeah, Reynor is not able to expand. He's actually even like mining less than the Terran here. He's just denying the top base, but the top base doesn't really matter. And these Nihilus is also not going up. What can the Zerg do? Guys, what can the Zerg do? I don't think there's a solution here. It's like getting a lucky fungal. It's like, oh, the solution is always like getting a lucky Nihilus, getting a lucky fungal, getting Baneling connections on the ghost, hiding lurkers and getting lucky connections. Like, that seems to be the solution. Like, this army just seems impossible to break. Maybe Brute Lords? Like, I always lose to Brute Lords, but then, like I said, whenever I watch Clem or even Maru play against Brute Lords, especially Clem, like, Clem doesn't even build boars against Brute Lords, sometimes at least. And it looks like he can still, like, easily manage it. Like, I always get fungled when I play against Brute Lords, but it looks like so different when you watch, like, Terrans like Maru play. They never get fungled. They never lose their ghost. Yeah, like, his army always looks so imba, yeah. Exactly, like, I experienced the same. Like, obviously this is a very annoying game for Maru as well, because he has to, like, run around here the entire time. Like, it's a slow death animation. It's tough for Maru to just finish the game, like, he needs to really be aware of, like, all the fungals and stuff. But yeah, like look at this now. The ghost just ran away. Did I curse it again? I don't think so. Like the ghost can just run away. There's like a million tanks behind it. Then the ghost, like, if there's no banelings, they just fight. And GG. That was convincing. Like legit, he makes Terran look like so imba with this. Like honestly, like I genuinely think there wasn't much Reynor could do, and I'm sure he didn't play bad. You know, like surely Reynor did not play this very bad. Like made like some mistakes or what. If you ask me, like, what mistakes did Reynor make? I don't know, guys. I mean, Maru also didn't really make any mistakes. Like both just played really well. But yeah, what can you really do there? The Banshees cancelling the 5th was definitely a huge factor, yeah. The Banshees were huge. Like, Maru definitely played well. Like, that's one thing we can point out. Like, he definitely was on point. Like, that game was perfect. The harassment, like, the macro especially, that was so flawless. That was so perfect. I need to copy that somehow. Okay, let me run some ads and let's see who won. Sarah won. Let's see. So Sarah won. So we're not gonna watch Rogue versus Sarah. We're not gonna watch CVZ, guys. We're not gonna do that. So Sarah beat Rogue. And then it's Reynor versus Rogue in the 3rd place match. Yeah, Reynor versus Rogue. Who won that? Well, let's not spoil this. I guess if you want to watch it, you can do. We're gonna go straight to the finals. And let's change the title quickly. Could that be fixed by increasing the price of tech structures? Nah, I don't think that makes sense. Like, factory is already quite expensive. Okay, let's just wait a minute for the ads, guys, and then we're gonna go straight into it. Maru vs. Seraph. Now that's gonna be insane, actually, because like Maru just looked fantastic. Like, he played that so well. Like, actually, like, that was so good. I always thought that, like, Turtle Mech is, like, good against Zerg, you know? I say that, like, every patch comes out, I'm like, yeah, Turtle Mech is good. And then I try it, and I never make it work. But now Maru just made it look like imba. Okay, let's get started. Grand Finals. Best of 7. Like, I think over the last 4 patches, every patch I've said, like, yeah, Turtle Mech is good. But it was never good. It was never really meta. And now I see this. Let's see if he pulls it off against Sarah as well. Like, Cyril is definitely more of a mastermind than Reynor is. Like, Reynor lost that game on Winter Madness. I think it was very close because he's more like a... like, just... mass unit guy. But Cyril is not like a mass unit guy. Cyril is actually the guy that gets Brute Lords and Infestors and Spore Crawlers. I watched this for the first time. I have not seen any games today. Okay, so same opening so far by Maru. Is this sound like more quiet? Make it like a little bit louder maybe. Tell me during the game if it's like start. Bio, okay. No mech. Keep in mind that like some maps are better for the mech than others. Like maps are really a huge factor in like the matchup. You can't escape there, can you? Yeah, I was about to say you can't escape there. And he actually, oh, there were Zerglings across the map. So Sarah loses a drone, but he also killed some SCVs. And he's up 12 workers right now. Ah, it's a 2-base Zerg. Okay, so it's a 2-base Zerg. So here's my analysis. So what I think is going on is Sarah opened up 2-base. Maru saw it. And that's why he's going 2 barracks bio. What Maru's playing is like the most standard opening against like 2-base Zerg. Like going 2 Hellions into bio is like good against both Mutas and Roaches. Killing a Cryptomorph is nice, but he loses like so much HP. This approach by Cyril is definitely different. Like going 2 base here makes it harder for Maru to play mech. You can't just go Hellion Banshee into mech against a 2-base Zerg. If Cyril decides to play like Elaser and like get a bunch of like queens and overload speed and roaches across the map, it's like almost impossible to defeat it with Hellion Banshee. So what Maru is doing is like the safe bet. Like Maru has to play bio because of the 2-base Zerg. But on the other hand, like 2-base Zerg is not efficient. Like 2-base Zerg is actually, you're poor. Like you're definitely not in an economic advantage, which you normally are. So Cyril is playing it like safe and kind of forcing the bio. But at the same time, he's putting himself in not so good position. It's like a more cheesy opening, you can say, for Cyril. He's kind of cheesing Maru here. We also see road speed and +1 carapace, so he might be hitting a +1 carapace timing. And we do see a bunker by Maru, so he's a little bit scared. This is definitely working out. Can't you play a triple factory with this? Yeah, it could be viable, yeah. I like triple factory is not terrible against it for sure, but it's like hard to still defend like the roaches. Like defending this sort of like roach walk is still difficult. And actually he's committing here. This is quite interesting because he doesn't have overlord speed, so the queens are making their way. But like the queens are going to be stuck. Losing the overseer is a little bit annoying. It's not very Sarah-like, losing an overseer like that. This opening by Cyril is quite interesting. Putting on the pressure here for sure. He's obviously up in supply because he's spamming roaches. No, I haven't gotten spoiled yet. Please don't talk about that. So obviously if the Terran stays on 2 base, I don't think we can break him. Wait, I didn't pay attention. That is so funny. Did you see that? The Medivacs faking the drop? Like, what the hell? I think what Maru tried doing there is like baiting Cyril into fighting into him. Like, imagine if like Cyril sees the Medivac and he's like, okay, let's go. And then there's like no Medivac, no Marines inside the Medivacs, and then Maru has like more units than Cyril thinks he should have. Man, this is going really well for Cyril, by the way. This game so far is like quite good. He forced Maru to play bio, and now he's like forcing Maru to stay on 2 base for such a long time. This game is going so well for the Zerg. This game is going so well for the Zerg, man. So far, this looks like a typical Cyril vs Maru game. Like, the Cyril aura just hits different, you know? Like, it feels like Maru is already struggling so hard here. And Cyril's just playing with him at the moment. Good upgrades, good tech. He's getting some infestors as well. I guess the base count is not so good for Cyril. Like, he expanded kind of slowly towards that 4th base. So that's really the only thing that's not going so well for him. The 4th base is quite delayed. Besides that, though, he's cooking. We see a 4th base going down for the Terran. You know what that means. Maru is here to win. We don't see the lazy Maru. We see the try-hard Maru. We're gonna camp. We're not gonna do anything for the rest of the game. I love this, because that's how I would like to play as well. I think this is the best way for Terran to play in 2026. Terran late game is just the... kind of want to play to the strength of your race, and if you have the best late game, you kind of want to just go for it. Yeah, we're gonna watch this entire Grand Finals. Could be a long one. Best of 7, and this game already seems to be a turtle game. I really don't think Maru is ever gonna do anything this game. This one is not going anywhere. It really isn't. This is really not going anywhere anytime soon. Man, but like, I have to say, I don't really enjoy these type of games like too much. Like I said, I really don't enjoy the fact that we go straight into late game with no action. Watching Clem play against Cyril is definitely more exciting. It's like Maru is really just abusing, basically. He's just, like I said, playing to the strength of his race. And like current map pool, current meta is definitely this. He could be more active, I think. It's just like hard to be active. Like, it's hard to like drop and macro at the same time, let's say. Like Clem does it every time, like for sure. But like Maru's like way more focused on his macro. He's already going up to, is it already 11 barracks? Or 8 barracks? I think 8. No, Oliveira is not playing in any tournaments. He's still retired. Like he's really... Maru's playing like innovation in a way. This looks like innovation's play. In terms of macro, it's like very clean macro basically. He's really not doing anything, he's just macroing like extremely cleanly. He's getting upgrades at the right time, he's getting command centers. Like his production tab always looks so nice. His unit positioning looks so nice. His building placement looks so nice. Maru plays Terran like very satisfyingly, like SimCity. I like this. I like to play SimCity as well. It's my favorite type of game. Like just sitting there and macroing and like doing this. 10 out of 10. Building 3 command centers in the background. He does lose the planetary. He doesn't recap. Oh, he doesn't lose the PF. Oh my goodness. Well, that's picture perfect, isn't it? We don't lose the PF. The trade was obviously good. So once again, the start was not good for Maru. Like Cyril did very well in the beginning. But if we just get to the late game, it doesn't matter what really happened in the beginning. Then it's still like a late game. Like Terran macro is slow in the beginning. But once again, the longer the game goes, the better for the Terran. The longer the game goes, the more like energy we're gonna have on the orbitals. We're gonna have like 10 orbitals. And with 10 orbitals, you can mine out pretty fast. Like the bases that you take a little later on. Another thing that makes this turtle play like just so we have something to talk about here while there's like nothing happening. But like another thing that makes this turtle play so good is that the supply cap is 200 supply. And on this map there's only 7 bases per side. So even if like Sarah wanted to out macro Maru, he just can't. Like they're both maxed out. You can't really go up to like 120 workers here. Because if you do, your army is going to be so small that Maru can push. So like what can like Sarah realistically do? Like He needs to defend like the corner bases, but because of like the supply cap, he can't just like make infinite drones. I think what I would like to see is like slide the drones, like I've seen that as well, but what I would like to see is, for example, you take the drones from the third and then you just slide them to the corner base so that you mine out the corner bases faster. That should really be the focus point here. We need to be starting like mining out these bases here. So just take 16 drones from your third and just slide them over towards this base here. And he does that, look at that. He's listening, guys. Sarah from the past is listening to Gabe from the future. How many tanks do you need? I mean, just enough. In this case, not much is happening. So like 10 siege tanks, I think, is usually like the highest number, I think. It also depends on who you go up against. Like Reynor, for example, never goes Brute Lords. Whereas somebody like Sarah is more likely to go Brute Lords. Can he defend? Can Maru defend? Why is Sarah scared here? Didn't seem like there was a lot from Maru here. Kind of went away from that base pretty quickly. He's playing way less YOLO. Like, Reynor would have just sent it. And honestly, maybe it would have been the right call. I don't know. Look at what Sarah's doing though. He does send all the drones to the corner bases. So he's like, this is perfect. Like, he's just sending the drones here. I think he's fine now. Like, he's mining from the corner bases. As long as he is mining like this from these bases, I think he's fine. Yeah, this is exactly what I predicted. And I think I've seen that from Cyril, that's why I said it. You do want to mine from these bases, and as long as you do, I guess you're fine. The game looks so sad from Maru's perspective, even though he's having so much fun. All these command centers. He's gonna drop the mule hammer. So compared to Reynor, Cyril seems to be chilling here. Cyril has a very different approach. He's just chilling. He doesn't care. He's just mining with 16 drones here, as the observer is pointing out very nicely. We're just mining with 16 drones. And we're good to go. Maru is obviously going to do something about it. But if Maru does something about it, it feels like Cyril can get a lucky fungal. Obviously, this is also very map dependent. Like, this map seems to be easier to mine from the corner bases than, for example, Winter Madness. On Winter Madness, it seemed almost impossible for Reynor to get an advantage like that. And I think it is. Like, on that map, it should be impossible. This map seems much more likely for the Zerg to just mine from the corner. Yeah, the knives are cute addition, but they're not that big of a deal. I think you can also just slide the drones away. So Cyril is still cooking. What the hell, these fake medevacs are kind of cute. Cyril is still cooking. He's up in income. He's chilling. He's mining some gas now as well. This is definitely the right approach. Like, he's out mining more for like quite a bit here. A very interesting TVZs today. Like, this game is really patient. They both seem to be very comfortable just doing nothing. It's kind of crazy how it goes at the moment. They're both extremely comfortable doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. We are just literally AFK, guys. We're nuking a little bit. I think in this case I would agree with Cyril's position though. Like, I think in this case it's nice that he's mining from the corner bases. He's good to go. The more, like, the more Maru pushes to the bottom, the more open he is. Like the commentary, I'm glad to hear. So like, the more Maru has to go to the bottom, the easier it is for Cyril to take a good fight. It's much harder for Cyril to take a good fight if Maru is like sitting back. So this sort of position here gives him a better opportunity. It also makes Maru a little bit richer though, so it's still dangerous, like extremely dangerous. Because he obviously gave Maru a lot of space here. To me it feels like though if Cyril goes here with the entire army, he has a very good chance of like crushing the fight. This is not his entire army, is it? He's fighting with half his army. Like there's another squad over there. You can't just fight with half your army against like this many tanks here. There's no way. So now Cyril is rotating over here, and now he's gonna break this position. So it seems like he's gonna give up the bottom, and we're just fine taking out this? Question mark? Is this fine? If the Nidus he can evacuate, and we do breach the position over here. I mean that's a success. A base for a base is good for the Zerg. Question is, Maru can like instantly replace, and now Maru has the bottom. And if Maru has the bottom, he has reached the main goal. Maru might have reached his main goal of taking every single expansion on the map on his side. And if that's the case, that's what Terran is going to win in the long run. I do not think that Cyril has mined enough money from this base. I don't think so. Cyril certainly didn't mine enough money here. Certainly not. So we need to break one of the two positions here. We either need to go here, or we need to go to the top side of the map. So he's going here with his entire army. The thing is we can never expand over here because there's a tank on the high ground. So like even if Cyril breaks this position, like this is never going to be a base of Cyril. There's no way he's ever going to have that base. This base is always going to belong to Maru. And the trade here was not even that good for Cyril, obviously. $5k difference is not too bad for the Zerg, but on the other hand, like in the long run, it's also not good enough. If we keep on trading like this, the Terran is going to win. Now, Cyril still has a lot of money, and he can still mine a lot of money. Like, Cyril is very efficient right now. Just in terms of, like, drone split. Like, at some point, Reynor had, like, 70 drones, but no more bases to mine from. Like, Cyril still has plenty of money to mine from. So, like, Cyril is not in a rush yet. Like, he can still chill a little bit. He's playing very methodical, very Cyril-like. And I think this is Cyril's entire army. And I don't think this is Maru's entire army. Can he reach the ghosts? Can he? No, the ghosts, they always run away. And the tanks, they always get the good trades. So what were the trades? Not even that bad. The trades were actually quite efficient for Cyril. Like, even trades are good. Surprisingly. 20k bank is insane, yeah. Cyril's playing this like very clean in terms of late game. I'm just a little worried that he's like too chill about it. Like, I think I'm more confident in like Cyril's Brute Lot transition than anyone else. So whenever I see Cyril make Brute Lots, I'm a fanboy. Okay, we're gonna move to the bottom now. I really like these rotations. Like, he's just gonna give up the top base, but he's gonna kill the bottom base in return. And this base is starting to mine out pretty badly. The Liberators unsiege in the wrong moment. This corrupt us anyways, and this base is easily breached here. Easily take out this planetary. And this one is like mining out pretty well here. So like Cyril definitely mined quite a bit of money, but is it already good enough for Cyril? The drone count might be too high here as well, by the way. Like, we might be reaching the point where you want to have like less drones actually. Is he still able to mine efficiently with like all these drones? I don't think so. I think Cyril should maybe consider giving up some drones. I don't actually know, because I don't know how much like minerals he has left. But like for example on this base he has like 18 drones on the minerals, even though the base is like 4 mineral patches. So that base is inefficient. This is not a good fight. I don't think he has any lurkers, it's just a Ling Nidus, so it's not that scary. We can definitely see that Niduses are a little bit of a problem for Maru. He's not that good against Niduses. Compared to Clem, like Clem always sees a Nidus. These links can do something, it's nice. Take a look at the links. Yeah. The drones as well. Make some spine crawlers. The tank line is insane here. Like, I'm really worried about the drone count here, honestly. I have the opinion that he should lose some drones. But maybe he's fine either way. Like, maybe there's enough to break this position. No, it's not. And it's not even like the main army. Well, it's the main army, but like not everything. 114 links in production though. This could be what Serral needs to break the tank line and win the game. Bro, like Serral is playing this so well. He has the corner bases again. Wait. Serral might be cooking here. He's gonna break this center position. Now kill all the liberators and tanks. Man, what the hell, Serral is like... I mean, it's a different map than Reynor played. But bro, he's doing very well right now. He's playing this late game as if like Zerg was like fine in late game, you know? As if like Terran wasn't the strongest. The mining here is good. The drone count was actually not that big of a problem like I assumed it was. And Maru does not have the corner bases. He's not even close to breaking the bottom position. This base is going to be important, obviously. The bottom base, I think, is Serral's now. So Maru is going to move all the way to the top left side, it seems. He still has money over there. So, like, he's still not, like... Like, Maru's still fine. He still has a huge bank. Oh. These links might just go down in a very cost-inefficient manner. Killing a tank but like losing a million Zerglings? Not sure. Killing 2 tanks and losing a million Zerglings? Killing 3 tanks and losing a million Zerglings? Killing 4 tanks and losing a million Zerglings? Yeah? Not a million Zerglings, that was like 40, I guess, but not too bad actually. Not too bad, I guess. But cost efficiency is a problem. Mining still looks fine though, and these Zerglings are definitely trading well. Mining is still a problem. Mining is a problem for Maru, but army is a problem for Serral. Just like always, the Terran army at this point in the game seems impossible to break. Even just clearing these tanks is like super annoying. But like look at how methodical Serral is. He does it in like the most efficient manner. With the Zerglings here. The income difference is still in Serral's favor. So he's still very methodical, very chill about it. The center base though is also like not Serral's. There's still money here. He does want to take the base here, but like Maru keeps on cancelling it. It's quite tough. Defending that position is quite tough. Now these Zerglings are cooking. Good run by. It forces Maru to F2 all the way back home. Gives Serral a little bit of a breather to just take the center base again. And it might even give him an opportunity, as we can see on the top side, to clear this position again. And if Maru cannot expand here, it doesn't matter if Serral doesn't have the bottom base. Still, the army is just invincible, isn't it? That army is just invincible, isn't it? Fungal? Can we get a fungal on the ghost? The ghost of Maru, they always run away. Doesn't matter if they're light tech, like Banings never reach the ghost of Maru. Oof. Trade? Okay, I guess. I mean, it's kind of the best thing to hope for. As always, we just have to hope for a lucky fungal, but it feels like against Maru you just never get the lucky fungal. Is it maybe now time? The lucky fungal? Only 4 ghosts. Not good enough. But Maru has to pick up and leave. I'm starting to like this for Cyril. He's done an excellent job this game, actually. Bro, he's played this so well. It's kind of crazy. Like, Maru's not able to expand over here. And Maru's actually gonna run out of money soon. He has, like, money for another Remax. He still has a lot of gas. But I think Maru is actually gonna run out of money in the long run. Now, Cyril is not gonna have any more mining soon as well. I think we're getting to the point where it all comes down to that base in the top side. Cyril is definitely able to max out faster than the Terran. He's going for it here, and this might be a very decisive fight. This might be a really good fight, because I don't think Maru was maxed out yet. I think Maru might have been, like, too quick here. Like, he was not properly maxed out, I believe. And it definitely hurts. This base, it all comes down to the base in the bottom, in the top, not in the bottom. It all comes down to this base. Cyril is just spending his money as fast as he can. He just needs to defend this base, and then he might just win the game. Even without a lucky fungal, he might have done it. Look at the production tab. Like, Maru's army is not there. Cyril's army is all there. Cyril's units are on the field. Maru's units are spread and in production as well, part of it. Now, Reynor did not make any ultras. Ultras seem good. Against, like, the Helvets as well. And here we go. Maru's not properly maxed out. Cyril is. And if we don't take the base, we're gonna run out of money. This is everything. This is everything. The Corruptors are doing an amazing job. Show us the supply. What is the aftermath? Show us the supply. Yeah. That was the breaking point. And honestly, fantastic game by Cyril. There isn't really too much to say. This game alone sort of proves that he's a GOAT. This was, unless I curse him now, this was such a strong game by Cyril. Actually, such a strong game by Cyril. The way he handled that, like, he actually was so chill about it, even though he was playing a late game against Maru. Obviously, this map is easier than other maps. So maybe Reynor should not have vetoed this map. Maybe he should have played it. Because it seems like on this map, it's possible. And we can come out on top. However, like, that was just so good by Cyril. That was just so freaking good by Cyril. He was so patient, he was so methodical, which is like the hardest thing about playing Zerg. Being patient and being methodical. Guys, we need to take a small break actually here, because ads are knocking on the door. Oh, that's actually 900 views. Or are these replays? Yeah, this was played like 8 hours ago. This is pretty fresh. It was played like 8 hours ago. It's the grand finals of the LiuLi Cup. Yeah. Okay, I need to run some ads quickly. Let's get them done, and then we'll jump into the next game. These games are going on for a very long time. Thank you, Lunify and Yanko, by the way, for the subs. I appreciate it. Are you streaming from replay? That is a clean feed that that they provided for this tournament. This is not from replays, this is from like a restream basically. So somebody streamed the game's rec status, and he just broadcasted like the sound only. So that like you don't need to join in game, so that like everybody has access to the games basically. SJ Horty, thank you very much as well there for the Prime sub. Like, because of this clean feed, we can enjoy the games with sound. Otherwise, I wouldn't be streaming them like that. But yeah, I'm having a good time watching the games on my stream instead of watching the games live. Because they always played at like a bad NA time, so I'll try to do this more often in the future whenever there's like a clean feed. So that we can watch the high-level Terran games at least. As you know, on my channel, we like to watch Maru and Clem. More than anyone else. Okay, let's jump into the next game already. Okay, that was actually Maru's map pick, the first one. This is Sarah's map pick, because that was also like Maru's first veto title. I guess he vetoed Mothership against Sarah. Doesn't seem to like that map. I also don't like that map. Though I think there's like some like sort of cheesy strategies you can do on, so I don't mind it like too much. Mothership, that is. Them. Yeah, that's why I figured like a lot of people can't tune into this. How was 2v2 Thermal Random Cup or Cirque? We got to the finals. We got pretty lucky. Me and Jumi got to the finals. We beat Lambo and MaxPax in 2v2 because we got our main races twice and MaxPax didn't get Protoss. So it was a fun tournament. It was kind of nonsense, random versus random, but we got lucky and we got some good wins. Yeah, Mothership is like too many bases. Like, you can definitely not keep up with Zerg on that map, it feels like. The thing is, against Protoss, it's like easier to play a late game if you get there. Because I think late game Terran is like stronger against TOS than against Zerg. Like, against Zerg, Terran is strong as well. But it's like much harder. Against TOS, they can warp in like 20 zealots, but against Zurich, we just saw it, they can remax like 200 supply instantly. And then when it all comes down to one base, it's kind of hard. Find this on... Yeah, I think Thermal is probably gonna upload like the finals, but it was not that good, honestly. The other games didn't get streamed, unfortunately. It was at the same time the playoffs here were going on, so we didn't see them. Okay, the big question is going to be, are we going to see mech, by the way? Are we going to see mech, or is it going to be bio? Larger maps definitely scream mech to me. The larger the map, the more likely the mech is going to be played, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, Starcraft is an old game. Well, the more unique map designs are usually imbalanced. So, like, the thing is, if you make, like, a unique map, there's usually some sort of imbalance on it, so it just get, like, vetoed all the time. So for Terran, for example, we never see Celestial Enclaves, because, like, it just always gets vetoed. Why does it build this CC on the low ground? So if you want to have, like, a nerd answer, if you make like enough like if you go triple CC, you only have one gas, right? That's the first information. And if you then rally down the SCV, like you start rallying down as soon as you have 3 on gas, 16 on minerals, and then that SCV that comes out doesn't have enough minerals to build the command center yet, but if it first goes to the low ground, then it has the money, basically. So what you can do is you can just rally, put the rally point down, and then as soon as the SCV is like on the low ground, you have enough money to start the command center. Whereas on the low ground, if the SCV pops, you don't have enough money. That's the nerd answer. And we see double eBay, by the way. Double eBay, no cloak. Don't tell me we're gonna 8 Rex. Come on, Maru. Don't tell me we're gonna Atrax. Not like this. Actually, you know what? I take it back. It's a best of 7 against Cyril. I don't mind if we Atrax on this map. Maru, you have my permission. Atrax him. As if you can hear me in the past. Yeah, and if you make SCVs on the low ground, like less distance to the natural, so it's like a little bit more efficient in that regard as well. Every SCV that comes out there. Yeah, but like he flies it there instantly anyways. I'm feeling the Atrax a little bit, but I think like Maru hasn't done an Atrax in a while, so I think it's not going to be the case. I think Maru is actually going to play in the late game here. I don't think it's going to be an Atrax. It's just been like a while since he's done that. And he hasn't done that a single game yet. It seems like he's coming here to win, so... It's very exhausting, but I wouldn't mind another late game. I really wouldn't mind it. Spire? Man, Cyril is really cooking something here. Spire is also a good way of playing to prevent camping, I think. So I don't mind the Spire. I think it's a... Against someone like Maru, it might be a decent choice. He's like making a Spire against someone like Clem is like very risky. Because Clem is always in your face and likes to go Widow Mines first. But Maru seems to be way more chill, and if the Terran is way more chill, Mutas are not terrible. Mutas are definitely on the menu if the Terran is not really active. And I mean the drone count is also already quite good, like Cyril is cooking here so far. Not taking any damage. I mean, obviously, like, Maru is also not really trying to do any damage. I'm just really afraid if it's actually an Atrax. If this is an Atrax, it's actually perfect for Maru. If this is not an Atrax, it's good for Cyril. But, like, defending an Atrax with Mutas is actually incredibly tough. So what is it gonna be, Maru? What is it gonna be? We're definitely gonna get the 2-2 started, like, straight away. He's hitting the benchmarks pretty well. We can start the upgrades. Come on, we can start the upgrades any second. There we go. Attack upgrade, very important, and then armor as well now. Doesn't have the money for Atrax yet, so maybe it's just going to be a tank push for now. Into like a standard game. Tank push is actually also like tough to defend with Mutas. And no upgrades. In a way, I'm actually a little bit worried about Cyril here. Because Maru seems to play this game like more like Clem and not like Maru. And Cyril is kind of caught here, man. The Banshee is also picking him apart. This is not a good fight, is it? There's no way this is a good fight for the Zerg. No way, right? There's no way this is good for the Zerg. It's not. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Hellbats are morphed as well. Guys, I think this was not the right choice by Cyril. Maru did not Atrax, but Maru did go for like a more Clem approach, more like Korean Yan approach, let's say. Just tank push. Just one strong tank push. And he didn't turtle this game. He didn't. He didn't play mech this game. We're just going for a standard game, and we're actually putting on the pressure. And that's the game where Cyril goes Mutas. Yikes. I think he's losing pretty hard now. I think this game is not looking good for Cyril. He might still be up in supply, but I'm looking at the 2-2 upgrades. And playing against Mutas is actually not that hard. In this sort of position. Like, playing against Mutas is hard if you're like forced to sit back and if they have a high Muta count. Cyril barely has any Mutas. He has like 10, maybe now like he's gonna have like 16. But he's kind of not on a proper army. Whereas Morris, like, look at the production tab, he has a lot of good stuff there. Basically with Mutas... Oh, I like the expansion he's taking, by the way. I really like this. I thought about expanding like this as well, especially against Mutas. It makes sense. This allows you to push through the center and be a little bit less vulnerable, I mean, to run-bys. And Maru's actually very chill. As soon as he starts adding Marauders to the composition, I think that's where it's really painful for the Seraph. Run by? Are we dealing damage? Or definitely forces Maru to pull back the SCVs. I mean, it's a good run by, it's just a couple Zerglings that he loses. And as a result of this, he forces Maru to F2. Keep in mind, Maru is an F2 user. Most Terrans are. Because he can't hotkey the units after, like, while they are in production. So what he can do is, like, force him to go all the way back home, and it buys him, like, at least some time, at least. Yeah, actually true, like, Cyril does not have a 5th base. This is actually quite huge. I didn't pay attention to that, but without a 5th base, his mining is quite inefficient. Like, as a Zerg, you need a 5th base. Because at this point in the game, and probably even earlier, so what happens at this point in the game, if you want to have another, I hope, high-level analysis, but basically what's going to happen at this point in the game, you outmine the first mineral patches in the main base. So as a Zerg player, you want to take the 5th base, and then you want to slide 8 drones off your main towards that base. That's how it works as a Zerg. You mine out in the main base the first 4 mineral patches, and then you take 8 drones from the main and send them to the 5th. And that's usually what a 90 drone count, like, sweet spot is hit. Like, 90 drones is usually the sweet spot, because that's usually how you can, like, have a 3-base economy perfectly mining. It's kind of the sweet spot for, like, a 200 supply game. No hive tech is very scary for Saren. He's definitely making the most out of these mutas. The muta play is very good here. I'm starting to like this for Sarah, by the way. Like, not quite yet. I think I would love to see an infestation pit, maybe. He needs to also take one good fight. Just one good fight, stabilize, and you're good to go. Or take out the base of Bjan. Maru. I know yesterday he was playing in small Jan. Maybe that's why. Maru takes out a base of Seraph. And he does have 3-3 versus 2-2 no hive, yeah. Good point. I think this is nasty now. I think it's starting to be nasty for the Zerg. If we cannot, like, break a position somewhere. We either need to break a position or win an army fight, but winning an army fight with an upgrade disadvantage, no way. So we need to somehow, like, deal massive damage with the mutas while mining from the gold base for a couple minutes, or just deny Maru's 5th base. Can we do that? Let's see. The 5th base is definitely denied by the Zerglings. Zerglings are dealing some damage. The mutas are dealing a lot of damage as well. That is a strong run by, but once again we're losing a base at the same time. Aha, he's gonna lose the base, but he's also gonna kill a lot of fire. Not too bad killing that amount of fire. And we're taking a lot of hatcheries at the same time at the moment. So by taking 3 hatches at the same time, like, Serap's income can go from nothing to a lot very quickly. Still, we're up against a 5-base Terran, but the 5-base Terran is also kind of broke. Honestly, I don't really mind this for Seraph. Like, the mutas again here find a good run by. We can get, like, upgrades very soon. Seraph's kind of broke as well. Question is, can we defend the 5th base? It doesn't seem like it. We're gonna lose another 5th base, and Maru has a 5th base as well now, so the mining is even. We do win a fight decisively, actually, here. That was a good fight. Oh, we're gonna lose some mutas. We did not lose the base. Can we save the base? We need to save the base. We have to trade banelings for marauders. That is not too good either. We're gonna kill the 5th base, but we're gonna lose our own. Have to send the drones now to the bottom. Like, Zero has to manage this like picture perfect right now. Maru's army is still dangerous. But the economy, like, every minute that goes by now is a good minute for Zero. Because of that gold base. We just need to... Yeah, I mean, the longer the game lasts, the better for the Zerg now, actually. Because we have the mineral advantage. This gold base is key here. Thing is, like, Maru's army is like so big, he can chill for a little bit. Like, he doesn't need to go now. He can also take his time. First kill this base, then rotate to the bottom, kill the other base again. The Muta should be somewhat easy to defend with a couple Marines. And, like, Zero needs more than that. Like, Maru already flew another command center towards the other 5th base. So, like, it all comes down to the gold base. We need to defend the gold base. If we don't defend the gold base, we're dead, basically. It all comes down to this gold base. He could give it up if he gets a good fight. That's another thing. We don't have to defend it if we now take a decisive fight. Is it possible with 3-3 against 2-2? Doesn't seem like it. And I think this is the point where Zero has lost the game. I think there's no shot anymore. The army is simply too big, and yeah, Maru just denying the 5th base over and over again is what wins him the game. You don't normally see that, but the drone count at the moment here is a lie. Like, Zero has 73 drones, but he's not mining like a 73 drone Zerg. He's mining a lot of gas, but he already has 2000 gas. He doesn't need that. He needs minerals, but he's oversaturated. He cannot mine efficiently. He needs at least one more base to keep up with the Terran. But he's not gonna get another base. He's taking one more, but he's also losing another one. And yep, upgrades are now easy, but I don't think it matters. Supply, he's down. Worker count kind of useless with no bases. Zero needs time. Zero needs time. Can push back this army, but now Maru can also F2. And the Marauders, they just tank the Banelings super well. The Thor is zoning the Mutas. The Mutas, can they find counter damage? Not even at this point, I think. It's not enough Mutas. The Marauders are very clumsy. Does it even matter? There doesn't seem to be enough units for the Zerg here, and we have to give up the base again. We do trade for another base of the Terran though. That might give Zero some hope. Keep in mind it's Zero that is playing. If anyone can win a game like this, it's him. Thing is, the Mutas are very thin. Oh, okay. And there's like some random Water Mines here that are about to shoot again. I think Zero might just GG because of those Water Mines. Actually not, I don't think he's just gonna leave. It's at least gonna take one more fight. He's gonna try to defend the gold base one more time, but then it seems to be all over. I don't have high hopes for defending this base. It's practically also like the last income that Zero really has. Playing a little bit more merry-go-round here. But these Mutas like are not good enough to keep Maru's economy low. Like it's like 20 Mutas maybe, but he's also making like a lot of Marines with 3-3. And there are some turrets here and there, so even if he denies mining on this 4th base, it's not really gonna make a huge difference. Nice pickup though. That was a cute move. I've actually never seen that, I think. Saving SCVs from Mutas. Like that. And once again, Maru's just gonna rotate towards the 5th base. And for the 10 millionth time this game, it feels like, we're gonna deny the 5th base. That's gonna be it. Zero is desperately trying to save some time here for his base to not go down. But yeah, as we can see, it's gonna go down again. And at this point, I think he might even be mined out. Like his 3rd base has like 2 mineral patches, and his 4th base has like maybe 4 left. Like at this point, Zero is like long distance mining. And obviously the Terran still has like the bottom base. So the Terran has 1 base mining, or 1.5 maybe with the 4th base. And the Zerg has like a half a base mining. Not good enough. Zerg has a lot of gas the entire time, but you cannot really do anything with the gas. You can buy more mutas, but mutas aren't gonna trade well enough. Minerals is what Cyril needs. He doesn't need that gas. The gold base is cheeky, but you already see it. The rally point down to the gold base. And now the muta's also getting full. And as soon as Cyril sees the army in the bottom, that's gonna be it. Right? Surely now he's gonna give up. No? Not quite. At this point, I'm confident enough to say that even I would win the game. Oh, that's some nice Widowmine hits on the bio. But that does not matter. We're gonna kill the 5th base again. And Cyril's gonna cancel it again, and Cyril's gonna take the gold base again, and Maru's like even scanning every single base. The Widowmine is even blocking the base, and Cyril's too poor to kill the Widowmine. There's the 4 mineral patches that I meant. Bro, like Cyril is really playing his heart out this game again, like the end is obviously too pro. GG. Okay, let's go straight into the next one. Ooh, Celestial. Celestial. In-game sound too loud. Okay. Celestial. So Maru's veto was Mothership then, I assume. He vetoed Mothership, and I guess Sarah vetoed Ruby Rock maybe. Drone kill. That's a success. And a gasless opening by the Zerg. It's already kind of where the struggle begins. So you play against the Zerg, you see he's on 2 base, but you can't figure out whether he has like the back base or not. And the gasless opening is kind of different than a normal opening. Can he? No way you can spot that, right? Can you spot that? You can't. Yeah. I was about to say that. That'd be very surprising. He's just gonna jump up. And he does get the scout. And kills another drone. This Reaper is kind of cooking Cyril. And it gets out. Best Reaper ever. It's an interesting build. Let's see. 4 command centers as it is. Honestly, if that's the case, I like it against Cyril. 4 command centers? What the hell? Bro, I like this. I'm a fan. Against Cyril, I'm a fan. It feels like Cyril is never gonna all in. He plays so careful. Okay, well that's beautiful actually. This is a Cyril hard counter, man. Like this is the hardest like Cyril counter ever. Bro, this is like so good. That is crazy good as a one-time build for like an SK tournament like this. And like Cyril's even doing like the worst thing that he could do. He's going gasless. So like he's gonna have like 0 link pressure, 0 link scouting. And there's just one overlord that saw like the 3rd, but like Cyril's probably like too comfortable now. There's no way he expected that play as well, like no way. Like this is a build that even Cyril can't read, I think. And he's gonna lose the overlord. With that overlord kill, there's no information anymore. I think he's gonna lift something. Can he kill that? No. He's gonna use the factory. You did something similar? Yeah, but like Sarah, like the thing is Maru got all the information. Maru scouted that it was gasless and he scouted that he took the back door. He doesn't kill the Overlord though, that's actually really painful. Like 4 orbitals is insane. Like Cyril needs to desperately scout that base. Like if Cyril knows that Maru takes the base, he could do something about it. And honestly, he might already do something about it because he's making a lot of roaches. This might already be good enough for him. Like by making these roaches and just going for a blind pressure, it might already be a good counter for Cyril. If he commits, that is. Like he needs to commit 100%. Like Cyril needs to make a good amount of roaches and deny the base and then drone up at the same time. Kind of similar what he did in the last game. Or not in the first game, sorry, not last, first game. That's I think the best case, but like he doesn't know. So maybe he just does it blindly, let's see. It definitely looks like the same build like he did in the first game, just a little bit of a different variation. He needs to go. We need to deny that base. We need to deny that base 100%. We might even just need to all-in Maru here. If he's like a strong Ravager, Roach all-in could even win him the game. It's kind of scary to all-in Maru because he's like the type of Terran that's gonna sit back on like 3 base if he needs to. So a lot of good stuff going on for Maru this game. Oh, he's gonna go through the rocks. Is Maru gonna see that? Like the thing is, roaches are very loud, so I think he hears that actually. Okay, no, he doesn't. Okay, this is so bad for Maru. This is so bad for Maru. The building placement is kind of working out for him, but the amount of units is insane. He can't get the corrosive files on the tank though. Without the corrosive fire on the tank there, it might not be good enough for Cyril here. There's another tank on the high ground. We need to start getting the corrosive file on the tank. There we go, but now there's enough Marines. Is there enough Marines? Is the question. This might not have been the right choice to attack from this angle. The barracks are, in a way, saving him his life. Bro, he's like defending a Ravager Roach all-in while going 4 command centers. Like Sarah's, like he doesn't even expect the base there, does he? Wow. The barracks really saved him the game. They were blocking. The corrosive parts did not hit like... No, like Sarah didn't know about that base, so he didn't go for the attack there. I think he actually believed that this was a 3-base Terran. I'm not sure, maybe he didn't. I don't want to say that if I don't know. Okay, he vetoed Old Republic then. Yeah, he vetoed Old Republic then, I guess. Different vetoes than against Reynor, interesting. (2-1) for Maru, and that game was actually... The barracks really kind of like saved his neck there. Like the barracks like blocked the Ravager, so you couldn't like corrosive the tank. If that tank just goes down, it's like a way different game. And like I'm sure like that was not like intended. I think like you don't just make barracks and be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's gonna block the roaches if he doesn't all in. I don't think that like it was just like kind of lucky. 10 out of 10 build though. 4 command center against Gasless and Zero. Couldn't have gone any better than that, I feel like. Even against the Roach Blood, it didn't feel like that. Like, it felt like he could even lose a lot of SCVs and he would still be fine. Even though he was pretty greedy. Triples to see as always. We see a Hellion Banshee opening. Is this gonna be mech? Cyril is again doing like the Bly here. Sending the first 4 links across the map. Might honestly not be a bad play against Maru because he gets the command center on the low ground. So these Zerglings might be able to be annoying. Deny the command center for a little bit. Like look at the Hellions, they move across the map and now the Zerglings move in. Hellions across the map, Zerglings on the SCV instantly. Kills the SCV. But Maru pulled back already. Kills 2 SCVs though, 3 SCVs, so 100% worth it. 100% worth it for Zero. Even nearly another SCV goes down. And interestingly enough, we do not see the mech. We see a tech lab go down before an Overlord even scouts. And we see a Banshee without cloak. The next thing we're waiting for, double eBay, right? Same build as on title. Double eBay, greedy bio, 1 safety Banshee to fake him out a little bit, force some like spores. Be safe against roach all-ins. Fake the mech potentially as well. Like this Banshee alone might force Cyril to make roaches. I guarantee if like Cyril was playing against me, he would make roaches now. Hellion's at home and there's like Zerglings coming, so some free links as well for Maru. Pretty normal beginning. A very normal beginning, in fact. I like the mech play though. No, this is not live. This is a replay cast. These games were played at this point like 7 hours ago or 6 hours. Free gas? Yeah, that's true. He's actually only sitting on 3 gas. Let's see if it lines up. I mean, it looks fine. Looks very fine, to be fair. Let's see if he's gonna have enough money to get 2-2. He's only making a single medevac, so like he's definitely messing up the macro a little bit. We're supposed to make 2 medevacs. That's like the most annoying misclick you can have. Only producing 1 medevac here. Might also like like make his macro worse. Like you think you have 2 medevacs in production, and you look at your gas, you still have gas. You're like, oh, I don't need that much, and then you realize, oh, I didn't make 2 medevacs. So you did need more gas. So at this point, I think Maru does need more gas. Show us the production tab, then maybe we can clue into what he's doing. Right now, what it seems like, it's going to be another tank push. So very similar to the game on Taito. Just going to go for a very powerful tank push. He's not even making reactors on his barracks, by the way. I don't know if that's intended. But I don't think it makes a huge difference. Like, doesn't really matter, I think. It's just going to be a very strong tank push and then a standard like transition out of it. The Banshee on the right to see run-bys. The Hellions in the center to see run-bys. And then I guess we're going to make a transition into Water Mines. That would be the normal play. So a very normal play here by Maru. He's going for a strong tank position. This map obviously offers a nice tank position here on the high ground. The ideal way of doing it is like putting the Hellbats on top of the tanks. And then the Marines to like poke. The Banshee here on the... But man, I'm mute! DM? The mind games. Oh my god, the Hydras, are they good enough to fight this? It's Cyril. I don't think he makes a mistake, so... Probably. Kills the tanks, that's kind of what you need. The run by here, very annoying. Actually not. And the tank push. Can Maru push through here? If he does break the base, he's obviously fine. If he doesn't, then I think Cyril is fine. Hellbats, they tank a lot of the Hydra shots, but Cyril is going to be able to save this base. And with that, he should be in a nice spot. Like in a comfortable spot. This is like the... I don't want to say it's like the most dangerous point of the game, because this might be another 30-minute game. But this is definitely the first step in the right direction. Being able to defend the base here. It gives Cyril a lot of control. Like this was definitely a commitment by Maru. But he's also making his way on the 4th command center. And he's just making a very casual late game transition. Thanks Storm Speaker, by the way, and Rona and Pineapple for the resubs. Thank you guys. So now the game obviously slows down. Like the days of active TVZ are over, at least if you're not clamped. So we do one tank push to see if we can find some damage. And then we just go straight into the late game. We start building command centers, we start getting planetaries. He's like on the map with a few Marines because you can always pick up and leave. Thank you Maple one as well. It's trying to get a Doom drop, but like there's no way this is good. And Sarah's even aware of it, so... Like I said, you can just do this. Oh, this Hydra, man. What did the Hydra do to you, Cyril? Like, this is not gonna work. Bro, what is he doing? That was kind of dumb. Does get the hatch in return, though. So I guess it's okay. That move got put in the hatch. And the Marines are trading. Look like the dumbest player on the planet turns into a pretty good one. That's why he is the GOAT and not me. That's why he is in the finals and I don't even qualify for events like this. No, he's replacing Marines with Marines, as you can see on the production tab. He lost 8 Marines, he's reproducing 8 Marines. So that's not valid, no. He's not replacing anything with more quality. He's actually going to the center here again. Kind of similar to his mech push, he does the same here with the bio. But I feel like this gives Cyril a nice opportunity to take a nice fight. Because it's easier to take a fight here than to take a fight when like Morris is sitting back, right? At the same time, he's not decisive. Like, Sarah's even evacuating. He's actually going to base trade. But, oh my god, look at this. It's already a planetary here as well. And just like that, we lose a base now. And we're not really, we're not really trading. Like, the trades have been awful for Sarah. And this is completely off trade as well. This is not good for Sarah. Can he even break this position? It feels like he can't even break the position here, man. What the hell? Is Maru just invincible today? What the... Huh? If I push like this on the map, I get like A-moved. If Maru pushes like this on the map, he just pulls the Marines way in the back. And his opponents are paralyzed. That tank push was legit, man. What the hell? That's one of the first times where I see like, okay, Viper's not being able to abduct like tanks that are siege actually has an impact on the game. He's playing this game very clean right now. Like, look at how he's also just expanding like so casually once again. Just taking the 6 base in the bottom. Very nonchalant. This is definitely not a good spot, is it? Oh, I guess it is. Cyril is running away. I feel like sometimes people are also like very... Like, I think Cyril is like has a lot of respect for Maru, so like some fights that he doesn't take is because of like games from the past against Maru, let's say. Because like Maru always has like tanks like everywhere, so you like run and you see one tank, but then there's like a million behind it. Yeah, like Sarah would like A-move me and win the game, and against Maru he's like more careful. No, but in this case I feel like it was just very good control by Maru, very good positioning. Even like the run by, like he had a planetary there. This PF at the 3rd is even brilliant. This PF like saved the base. Tanks as well. Flawless positioning. What can you really do as a Zerg? Man, we need to like get like more like to retire from the game so that he doesn't make Terran look so imba. In a way it is sort of imba. Like I don't deny the fact that Terran has the best late game in both matchups. But it's not like one of those cases where in the past we had like, for example, Ravens being imba and everybody could just spam Ravens and win the game. There's only 2 players that can make like Terran look this imba, and that is Clem and Maru. Especially today, like this is the OG Maru, let's say. This is like Maru in his peak form, basically. He's playing so much better than in some other tournaments he's played in. I don't think he's looked bad recently, but he's looking even better now. And I think it might be because of the meta. I think this current meta is definitely a Maru meta, and we're starting to see why. Like, this meta is definitely a Maru meta. Sieging tanks and leaning back, making planetaries. I haven't seen Spirit in a while. Why is he not here? There's also a Spirit meta. In case you wonder what is the Clem meta, I don't think there's such a thing as a Clem meta. I think Clem is just always good, in case you wonder. It doesn't matter what stage of the game. Clem is like excellent like every stage of the game. I guess the one thing that makes Clem's life harder, well, I guess in TVZ it's not really anything. Like Clem's struggle is like against some Protoss, against like some Terran like Maru maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure about this overlay removal as well. I'd like to see the supply more often as well. Not like the observer. He's doing a good job. Recast. Okay, and we're moving in with the banelings. Can the ghost connect? Can the banelings connect on the ghost rather? And the answer is no. But let's focus on this game. Like I've already like talked as if the game was over, but looking at it, it doesn't look as bad for Sarah. Like he's still a Zerg, he's still mining a lot of money. And the lurker utility is extremely nice. If he can get this base, it might turn into a game like on Tourmaline. But now the lurkers have to run. And he does not get the base. Still, Cyril is once again mining the corner bases. That is very important to keep in mind. We're mining on the corner bases with 16 drones each. No, only 10 and 13. He needs to get some more over there, I guess. Now 16 here. That's what Cyril's very good at. Very precise with his drone count. And yeah, it seems like he's chilling again because he has the corner bases. But I think on this map it's actually harder than on Tourmaline to defend the corner bases. Like here, a tank can shoot from the third base on that base. So he gets a planetary next to the tank and the tank is invincible. Now this base is gonna get broken down. That is fantastic. It's not even a bad trade. We just lost a couple links and that's it. So once again we have peak Sarah. Look at his income. In case you don't speak Chinese, the overlay that you just saw, it said income. I am obviously fluent in Chinese, so in probably Mandarin it is. It is, I know. Yeah, that graph that you just saw, it means income in Chinese. Mineral income and gas income, to be precise. Nidus goes up. Kind of the kryptonite of Maru, if anything. Like, he's not spotting Niduses as well as Clem, for sure. And his supply is actually not that good at the moment. He just lost quite a bit, but he also killed the base, so I guess he's fine. I would love to see the Reese's lost tap in this game as well. I would love to see that. Shows the real unit's lost tap. Because that would give us an idea like how... Ah, there we go. So that's Chinese for units lost. 7k, 8k difference. So it's like 8,000 difference. That's not very good, but it's playable. It could be a similar game to the one on Tourmaline, where like Cyril mines enough money from the corner bases or the center bases. And then what's gonna happen is that Maru needs to take one of the bases, but he can't because he doesn't have a good enough army anymore to get there. And then he's broken and Cyril wins. But we're not there yet. We're still kind of far away until that. I also need to run ads in 11 minutes. So I hope this game is gonna end soon. I don't want to pause the game for ads. Once again, Cyril gets the base here in the bottom. That is kind of huge. In some way, it's nice to get the base. On the other hand, it's kind of useless because Cyril is never going to be able to take the base on his own. Like, killing this base is kind of useless. It's never going to be a Cyril base, never. Because you can put tanks on the high ground there and you can never mine from it. Because you can literally not kill the tanks. You can't even abduct them. A few lips. Well, Liberators can easily get picked up. That great. There's like always Hydros nearby. Even the nuke was kind of useless. Seems like Maru's getting comfortable enough to take the corner base. And like I don't think Cyril has mined enough money from the corner bases yet. So I think there's gonna be a little bit of a struggle. You can once again kill the base, yes, but like it's kind of... Does it even matter killing this base? Does it even matter? Like, that was not an efficient trade, so... It's not good enough to just deny the base, I think. It feels good. Like, it definitely feels good. But now Maru also has, like, the left base. And surely Sarah did not mine enough there. Like, this base is still fresh. Planetaries are useless? Yeah, they're not that great, but I think that's kind of how they're supposed to be. Like, if you run in with like a 200 supply army, you should always be able to easily bust a planetary. It's like just a tool to like have extra DPS a little bit and not die against like 0 and 1 dice, I guess. But I don't mind them being like weak. Now he kills some tanks. I don't mind that, like killing some tanks here is okay. But once again, like it's kind of useless to deny this base. Unless he can get a hunger like this. Now I'm okay. The Sarah thinks he does get the random fungal and the banelings are rolling. The banelings are rolling. That was fantastic. Still though, Maru is probably still having Yunus last tap. Like we can see, he still has the base here, he still has many command centers, he's still close to being max, he has an income advantage. Cyril has a high drone count that is kind of useless. Like once again, Cyril's getting to the point where he has like 80 drones, but he doesn't have enough bases to mine from. So the 80 drones are a lie. Keep in mind he's also mining out faster. Does get the base here. That is a lot of Maru's income removed. Step in the right direction. This tank there is like so annoying, man. Like, Maru in this sort of game is not on a timer, as long as he can always max out, by the way. Like, of course he's losing bases, but it's never a good trade for Cyril. Like, he's always losing more than he gets. And for Maru, it's like just a game of trying to stay at a high supply. It's a brute lot transition for Cyril now, though, and I'm very intrigued to see how that goes. I'm a fan of a brute lot transition. I personally always die to brute lots. So first time we see brute lots, I believe. From Cyril at least. It doesn't feel like you can break this position. Definitely not. And oh my god, the tanks, they hurt. They hurt quite a bit there. Brute lot infested is. That might just be what Cyril needs. Because I don't think there's many anti-brute lot units. At the same time, Maru is able to push here now. So that makes Cyril's life a little bit hard, because I don't think he can just lose. Like, can he give up the base here? I'm not sure if he can. The brute lots are going to push the left side, but he's going to have to give up this base. I guess it's fine, because the brute lots are going to be able to get this position now. That makes sense, yeah. The brute lots, very efficient. Extremely efficient. For now. For now, very efficient. There are the ghosts already waiting for the brute lots. I'm interested to see how the micro is gonna go here. How is the micro gonna be? How is the micro gonna be? Like, Maru is like chilling here. Like, Cyril doesn't even have his own corner base now. Like, Maru is like chilling so much here. So here are the ghosts. And the infestors are far away and good to kill this. That was a really bad start. The infestors were like far out of position. Bro, like the ghosts are just too good. Okay. Back to the planetary. That was too easy for like the map, okay, the scans. That was way too easy. Obviously Cyril got caught there, but what can you do really against like a million scans? Can't really blame him for that. Once again, he makes Terran look imba. What is he doing there with the infestors here? Yeah, I mean, at this point, there's not much left Cyril can do. He's actually getting crushed now. That was game losing. You can't just lose a brute lot army like that, obviously. And I don't think his army is good enough to push in here. Well, the infestors were not there to back off his brute lots, so obviously like they were completely out of position. Like, in this sort of scenario, it's like much harder to get the snipes off. Maybe not, because there's cores now as well, and like Sarah is not maxed, so like Maru's army is just way bigger. Like, this sort of fight is like way harder, for example. When there's Lingbaneling supporting, when there's Fungals. But the thing is, and GG, we can like scroll back in time there. Like, the thing is, like, look at how the Brute Lords like enter the field. Oh wait, there's like not the point where the Brute Lords were there. So just look how the Brute Lords like enter the field here. Oh, this was already. Look at how the Brute Lords enter the field here. So like, this is like obviously a mistake, you know? Like, obviously this is a mistake. He's flying like head first with the Brute Lords. Like head first, the Infestor's like far away. This is like obviously a mistake. Overseer is not in front, like he needs to have an Overseer in front. It's like very easy to make that mistake, but like, this is like, and then the snipes off go first, and he kills like 1, 2, 3. Like, he kills like 5 Brute Lords instantly. And like, Sarah was already not in a great spot here. And like, this just like makes him lose the game, obviously. But yeah, once again, like, very easy mistake to make. I need to quickly go to the bathroom. We need a bathroom break. So guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna be back, and then we're gonna watch the next games. Hold on, I really need to use the bathroom. It's a best of 7, so still some games to go. Okay. Thanks for waiting. That's, wait. Where's the game? Okay, there's the game. Here we go. What do you think about a fun account with challenge like Thermal Mana? It's very fun to watch. I don't really like that nowadays, like challenges and stuff. I don't know. Like, I don't like restricting myself. It always doesn't feel fun to me. And the next game is going to be a Proxy 2 ranks, okay. Maru's getting a little bit tired, arguably. Proxy 3 racks. Very dangerous. 3 barracks is very dangerous. Like 2 barracks you can fend with drones. 3 barracks, it's tempting to like pull the drones, but it can really backfire. Even if the barracks are like sort of far away. It can definitely backfire. And I mean, if Terran was so imba in late game, why is Maru playing strategies like this? No, like on this map, like Terran is not even that imba in late game. Like this map, I think it's hard to like force a late game like that. It's harder to take like a 5th base and 6th base on this one. So I can see why you want to do some strats like this from time to time. Because like maps are like a huge factor. Like Sarah won the game on Tourmaline pretty well. Pretty decisively. White Rabbit seemed a lot harder already. And he's gonna pull the... he's gonna pull drones against the 3 racks. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Pulling drones against the 3 racks is usually not going well for the Zerg. Oh my god, the drones are going very far, guys. We do get like a little bit of the surround. Zerglings are there. If the bunker goes up, it's game over. But even just losing drones might already be enough to like lose the game. Like, we can make a lot of Marines here. And if we get a high enough Marine count, we might just be able to win the game by pulling the boys. I'm not sure if I like this for Sarah. Like, he might stabilize for now. But he's already lost some drones, and it's easy to just pull the boys and win the game here for the Terran, I feel like. Like, the snowball effect is gonna come to effect here. Like, the more Marines you have, the less efficient Zerglings are gonna be. Because Marines are ranged units and Zerglings are melee units. And he's already lost some more Zerglings. So, oh my god, Cyril's a little sloppy here. So the bigger the Marine ball, the worse it is for Cyril. And there's the worker pool. And there's no spine crawlers going up right now. Did he even see that? Wait. Yeah, he definitely saw it. He makes more Zerglings. But like, he's not making any spine crawlers. Yeah. Guys, I think that's grand finals already. Don't think I needed to go to the bathroom for this game. I think this is game over. Zergling speed is definitely not gonna finish, and I don't think he has enough. Proxy 3 ranks it is. Best strategy in the game for a reason. What can you do? It's a lot of Marines. And he actually just loses the game against that. 4-1! 3-0 against Reynor, 4-1 against Sarah. Like, Maru's cracked again, what the hell? Sarah very manat, he says to the party, GG's grats as well. Very manat guy. Yeah, that was underwhelming in the end. Like an underwhelming finish. Some good games though, like actually. Very enjoyable to watch the games at this time. With sound, I hope they have like more clean feed in the future. That'd be nice. So that we can rewatch more games like this. Because like I said, usually these games are played very early on in the day, so some people that just tune in on Twitch like later on the day are like not able to watch these. Like I didn't watch the game, so I just decided to watch them here. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. And Maru made Terran look imba again, so I guess I can't complain anymore, guys. But yeah, like that's what I was saying all the time. Like Terran is not bad in late game, and if you play it like this well, like it can look imba. Because I feel like the best race is always going to be the race that is like the strongest in late game. Because the closer you play to perfection, the more balance is gonna like be, or the more impact balance has. Like the higher you go on the ladder or in skill, the more impact like balance really has. So like if something is like truly like overpowered, but like hard to use, like obviously it's only gonna come into effect at like Maru's level, and he clearly made Terran look like the strongest, clearly, in TVZ late game. It's just that I personally, I can't really play these kind of games. I get a move before I get there. So it does take skill. It's like not like something that like everybody can do. It's literally only Clem and Maru that can really pull it off. But like that was perfect, picture perfect. Like keep in mind in the round before, like Reynor for example beat Cure 3-0, and Cure's like the 3rd best Terran in the world. So like it's not that easy. You can't just like build a bunch of ghosts and win the game. It's not possible. It's not that simple. But if you do play it well, then I'm totally on the Terran hype train. Then Terran is the best race, yeah. Try it on ladder tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna try it and just get A moved again. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting A moved tomorrow. Well, guys, I think then that's it for me. I mean, it's now like midnight already. I hope you liked this grand finals, if you haven't seen it anywhere else yet. Yeah, like Maru always like keeps the ghost safe for sure, yeah. It's like his biggest like his biggest like skill that makes him like that separates him from even Clem is how many tanks always he has and how well they are spread. Like there's never a scenario in which he's like lacking splash damage. It's like always like Cyril tries to run, for example, on top of the ghost, and they're either like already in the back so you can't reach them, they're like behind the tanks, or there's like a million tanks, you know. Like I can maybe show it like in the unit tester quickly before going offline. But like the playstyle is like it's very like simple in theory. Like the Maru like skill here. Like it's like very simple. So how it works is like you're always trading efficiently. Like if you have let's just get full upgrades. So if you have bio and tanks, like let's just say like this, for example, you have like bio and tanks, right? And then you have like Ling Baneling. Like this. Even if you have Vipers, doesn't matter. Just like quick demonstration. Like this army is always gonna trade cost efficient. Like if this army runs into this army, cost inefficient. It's that simple. And like what Maru is like the master at is like spreading the tank. So like Maru has like his tanks are like always like perfectly spread. And then he has like Marauders in front, we saw that. So like this is like a Maru tank line. Like it always looks like this. And then obviously there's like choke points and stuff. And then whenever the Zerg runs in, they cannot possibly trade well. It's like Marauders in front, and then the Marines just start pulling back, and they just start kiting from the back. And like this sort of fight is always cost efficient, because he can always run away and he can always hide behind his tanks. And of course he's going to lose some tanks, but like this sort of engage is always going to be cost efficient. And then if you have ghosts as well, it's like even more insane. It's like the ghost can always just keep running away. It's like if you have like this sort of like tank spread, and then even like a planetary somewhere, like he always has like the perfect tank spread. And eventually maybe even like a planetary all the way in the back. And it doesn't matter if you run in with like an army like this. How it's usually gonna go is like the army comes, Maru has like this doesn't happen with Maru. Like the Zerg army comes and then he just keeps kiting with the ghost whilst like targeting with the tanks the banelings. But like he just keeps running away. That's like the trick. You just keep running away. And you can never reach the ghost because there's always backup tanks. And then eventually it's like, let's say pure Hydra against ghost and you trade well. You can cloak the ghost as like a last minute save. Like there's many options. But basically he always has a tank line. He always has a tank line. You can never reach the ghost. He always has the tank spread. He always has the tank siege. Doesn't matter what Cyril attacks, what Reynor attacks. They're always running into tanks. They're always running into tanks. The ghosts are always running away. The ghosts are never caught. Like one time he got caught in that game on White Rabbit. One time he may got caught, but like rest of the game, he's always on top of it. And yes, there's not much the Zerg can do here. Actually, noch check eben für den Resub. Like there's not much Zerg can do. Technically, you need to get like a lucky fungal. It's like actually like the only way to do it. Like it's definitely Terran favored in that regard, yeah. Like it is, yeah. But it's like not so Terran favored that like for example I can just like I beat Cyril and I beat Cyril at Homestreet Cup. I don't want to like brag about the win. It's like just a Homestreet Cup win. I got a little bit lucky. I mean I'm not that bad at the game, so if Cyril has like a little bit of a bad day and I can play some mech, maybe I can beat him, and it happened. But like I didn't build a single ghost, you know. I didn't build a single ghost against Cyril. Maybe that's why I didn't beat him 3-0, Kappa. Like if it was so simple, I would have built some ghosts against him. Anyways, that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. Any more questions, I can answer them now, or I'm just gonna go offline now. Do you think Sarah and Reynor is in good shape now? Yeah, I think they're always in a good shape. Do you think we get a new patch? I don't think anytime soon there's gonna be another patch. But I don't know, I'm the last person that gets the info. Sarah looking a little bit more vulnerable. I think the meta is just not... Like, this meta is good for Maru. Basically. The meta is just good for Maru. What time are you streaming tomorrow? I'll probably play in the Monday Cup. What is Monday? Is tomorrow Monday? Yeah. I'll play the Monday Cup tomorrow at 6 PM. We're gonna play a very Maru inspired, I guess. No, I'm gonna be testing some stuff as well. Like, at the moment, I'm kind of like memeing a little bit with my camp style, but I think it's getting somewhere. Just it needs some more work, but I'm gonna try in the cup tomorrow. That's the plan. So yeah, see you tomorrow for the Monday Cup, guys. See you tomorrow for the Monday Cup. Have a nice evening. Some Thor build? No way I'm building Thors, man. Why would I do that? Was Clem the hardest opponent for Maru? Yeah, I mean, Protoss is always the hardest opponent for Maru and any other Terran. Hero is like Maru's game breaker. Isn't Hero like the only player that is like winning against Maru? Like Reynor won a series or two against Maru for sure, two at least. And I think Hero and Reynor are the ones that beat Maru. We can check that quickly before I go offline. Last thing we do. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let's just take a quick look. So Maru lost. Against who did Maru like lose recently? Against Lambo. In this tournament he lost against Lambo, the only game he lost. So he lost against Hero, Solar, Reynor, Hero. What is this? Our team league match. This one he lost against Björn, but it was just like a random qualifier, I guess. Reynor, Classic, beat him. Hero again. Oh, here Showtime beat him. Ah, yeah, this one, yeah. Here Showtime beat him. And here Esports World Cup Cure. So yeah, I mean, Maru is like pretty much only really losing to the highest tier players. And in GSL, he didn't do so well last year. Yeah. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Well, Clem and Maru never really play against each other.